But by the way, you mentioned the old adage, take the lowest total under, take the highest total over. So you're going to go over USC Washington. That has ticked up to 77.5, Will.
Same thing. I'm not going under. It would be over or nothing. I haven't bet it yet. One more thing. Not only did Northwestern take out Maryland, they took out anyone with under 3.5 wins.
Oh, yeah.
Boy here included. I got a nice number on it, too, and that nice number is not worth the piece of paper it was printed on. That was a tough one.
Well, I actually want to get to later on in the show a futures bet that I'm pretty sure is already dead, and the NBA season is only about a week old. So I'll tell you guys about that on a little bit later on. Will Hill hanging with us is Ginger Power on VSiN Primetime tonight on this Football Friday. Confidence picks coming up bottom of the hour, but we talk some college football with Colin Wilson of the Action Network next, breaking down Week 10.
Fewer esports have had a harder time than Halo Infinite. When the game was released in 2021, it looked like Halo esports was going to be on top. Once developer 343 Industries decided to abandon their 10-year plan to support the game, the esports scene crumbled. Now, the Season 5 update to Halo Infinite has brought their highest player count in the past 2 years. Could Halo be back on the rise?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at Check.
Simply Safe was named the best home security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors and HD cameras are powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for fast emergency response. Visit simplysafe.com/radio to get 50% off any new system today. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you've always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Say big. Stuff.
ABC Wednesday, November 8th.
It's country music's biggest night.
The CMA Awards, live. Performances by Luke Bryan, Lainey Wilson, Jelly Roll, and Kay Michelle. Old Dominion with Megan Maroney, Carly Pierce featuring Chris Stapleton, Tanya Tucker with Little Big Town, and more. The best! Ryan and Peyton Manning host.
The CMA Awards.
7 Central on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
Imagine learning about radio and being mentored by true radio professionals in real radio stations. Well, you don't have to imagine, because there's Radio Connection. Radio Connection gives you the opportunity to learn one-on-one and be mentored by radio pros. Plus, you don't have to worry about getting into a crazy amount of debt with school tuition either. Radio Connection keeps their tuition at much lower cost. For more info, visit radioconnection.com.
Sportsman Tonight with Luke Morrow.
We shouldn't have the preseason poll. We shouldn't even have the top 25 poll. Wait until they put out that playoff poll at the end of October. Watch half the movie first and then form an opinion. Then come out with the first playoff polls, which will change each week. You watch half the movie, you form your initial opinion, and then as you finish the rest of the movie, then you can adjust that opinion. Preseason polls are stupid. They shouldn't even be used or considered.
Sportsman Tonight, weeknights from 10 to 1 Eastern. This is Prime Time with Tim Murray and Sean King on the SportsMap Radio Network.
This is VSiN Prime Time with Tim Murray and Sean King on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Become a VSiN Pro subscriber today and get a daily email recapping all the best bets from our show hosts and guests. You'll get unlimited access to our vsin.com/picks page, sort picks by sport, matchup, event date, and more. Check the top VSiN experts leaderboard to view betting records, profit, and ROI, and see which VSiN expert has the hot hand for VSiN Pro picks, betting splits, betting guides, plus 24/7 video access. Become a VSiN Pro subscriber today. Sign up now and get access to everything we do through May 1st. Only $120. vsin.com/picks. TuneIn.com/subscribe. It's a Football Friday here on VSiN Prime Time. Tim Murray here in Vegas, Will Hill on the East Coast, and joining us right now, Colin Wilson from the Action Network, Big Bets on Campus. Make sure you check out the podcast. He and Stuckey, one of my favorite listens each and every week to get a breakdown of the card. And before we get into the nuts and bolts, I got to ask you our poll question of the day, which is, what will be the highest scoring event at Wrigley Field this year? August 3rd, Reds-Cubs, which had 29 runs, or Saturday, Iowa-Northwestern, Colin?
Reds-Cubs really put it on. The wind must have been blowing out that day. It's not going to help Iowa-Northwestern whatsoever. So,
all right, let's get to this, because you are an Arkansas guy, and I was texting you a little bit back and forth. And this is the funny thing about, and you know how it is, doing podcasts, and the producers have to put it together, get it out there. So you give out a number, you feel good about it, and then your podcast gets posted and the number's gone. And I feel, you feel bad. So what is going on with this Arkansas number? I took 6 with your Hogs. I love this spot. We were talking about it with Kenny Guyton taking over. It's now down to 3 as they visit Florida. So if people have not gotten involved yet, Colin, what would you recommend to do with Arkansas, Florida?
I would tell them to do what I did, which is take them in the first half. And there's all the motivation in the world here for the players. There's bowl. They're not going to make a bowl unless they win this game. They've never won in Gainesville. They hear this every second of the day. Dan Enos is gone. The handcuffs are gone. But I bet the first half. And, I thought this number should have been a little bit higher, so I hesitated. I bet the first half because Florida has a great defensive coordinator, Austin Armstrong, who came in from Southern Miss. And when you look at Florida this year, they've given up 4 touchdowns in the third quarter the entire season. A lot of adjustments are going to come at halftime. There's going to be a completely new, brand new Arkansas offense, heavily motivated. I think they can win the first half outright. But when the changes come in by the defensive coordinator in Florida in the second half, could slow it down a little bit and make it more of a game. That number just got blasted down to 3. So I would go first half.
Colin, I want to follow up on that because just, as a bettor from your experience, when a number moves 4 points, 5 points, what would you suggest? Hey, somebody knows something, I'm going to go with that movement, or hey, this moved too far, I'm going to go the other side and maybe lay the 3. What's your just general philosophy with these big line moves?
You're going to go on the other side when, and this happens on Saturday morning. It seems like every time the line will move a certain, through all the dead numbers, and then it'll get to a key, and then you'll see a bounce back. I think you need to have a trusted power rating system, and you need to see positive market regression. You need to see that some whales and some sharps, and not just math guys that are living in a spreadsheet, are buying back on the other side. And you got to be careful of the guys that hedge. There's a lot of people out there that like to arbitrage. They'll say they got 7.5 and they'll come back and hit on 6.5. But you need to see verified, positive movement and coming back on that bet. But with this Arkansas bet, it's all in the elements for them to win this game outright. Now they just have to go out and execute. But this is a result of the biggest names in sports betting all hitting Razorbacks this weekend. And that, I'm not going to throw them out by name, but I know who they are, and they're all on Arkansas.
It's okay. My name is Tim Murray. It's fair, Colin. It is, I took it and I moved it. No, I'm just kidding. Colin Wilson joining us here on VSiN Primetime. Make sure you check out Big Bets on Campus. He and Stuckey breaking down the whole card. All right, we'll bounce around a little bit and talk some of the bigger games. Oklahoma State, we've seen some movement towards the Pokes here. They've just been quietly, the Pokes that is, just covering and winning, and their path is now pretty set if they're able to win this game. Number down to 5.5, so off of 6, total sitting at 62. Final game of Bedlam. How do you handicap Oklahoma State tomorrow?
Well, there's really only one handicap in this game is, can you stop Ollie Gordon? This is a guy who opened up, 50-1 for the Heisman this week. He's taken a lot of money. And if you're going to keep running 250, 300 yards per game, you're going to win the Heisman. So can Oklahoma stop that? Well, the problem with their defense is that all of their leading tacklers are about 20 to 25% missed tackle rate. What happened when Danny Stutzman went out of the game? Kansas dominated Oklahoma. Now Danny Stutzman is a game-time decision, the middle linebacker. He is one of the only top tacklers on the team on the defense for Oklahoma that has less than 10% missed tackle rate. They desperately need to have him. Venables' defense doesn't work unless they have their captain at middle linebacker. It's been that way since he coached at Clemson. So Stutzman means everything in this. And if that market is coming down, it could be a combination of money piling in on Oklahoma State, but more importantly, somebody's got to tap into what Danny Stutzman injury is on his ankle. We'll see if he plays. If he doesn't, this is Oklahoma State all the way.
Colin, probably the game of the weekend, Bama, LSU. This might be a little bit of a culture shock for Bama. They haven't played the best offenses. They're going to see a good one tomorrow. Where are you at here, Bama and LSU?
I'm on Alabama -3 all the way. I handicapped this as who runs inside zone better and what defense can stop it, because both Jaden Daniels and Jalen Milroe run a heavy amount of inside zone where they're going to try to hand the ball off, maybe pull it out, spy on the middle linebacker, and make a decision on a quick slant to Malik Neighbors or Jermaine Burton. So, the names are different, but on both sides of the ball, they're doing the same thing. When you look at the Alabama success rate in stopping inside zone, when you look at LSU, they're only 44% success rate in stopping inside zone. I like Bama all the way here. The books are scaring me a little bit because I just have to block out the white noise, because you hear our biggest ticket count is Bama -3. Our biggest money line count is LSU on the money line. So like a Bama -1 or 2 like cleans both those bets off. So I'm a little nervous about that, but Bama all the way here for me.
Well, I will tell you this, and I don't know if this will make you feel a little bit better. Where we sit here at Circa, the hook just arrived. So, the little Alabama money coming in. They're the only 3.5 in the market that I see. Colin Wilson joining us here. Let's stay in the SEC. Based off of the new playoff rankings, it's a top 12 matchup. Georgia coming off an impressive performance last week in the rivalry game against Florida. And then you've got Mizzou kind of lurking around with a pretty impressive offense. You looking at the total here in this one, moving up pretty much 55.5 across the market. Has it gone too far for you to play it?
I don't think so. I make it 61, and that is based upon my totals, which have a lot to do with red zone, finishing drives, tempo, success rate, net yards per play. I'm not going to get it. It's a lot, but I make it 61, and I feel like a broken record every week, because once Brock Bowers went out, that made Ra Thomas, all the outside weapons, Dominic Lovett, Ladd McConkey's healthy, all of these weapons outside of Brock Bowers that are downfield now become main options for Carson Beck, who has been fantastic throwing the deep ball. You go to the other side and you think, can Missouri keep up? I absolutely think they can, because Georgia runs heavy quarters coverage, and Brady Cook has been phenomenal against that, a success rate and an EPA this year. Both quarterbacks are going to have downfield shots. I like lots of points here. I can't side with Missouri on the points because they are so leaky on defense. 99th in defensive finishing drives, are pretty bad in the red zone. Georgia's just going to get anything they want down when it's time for scoring.
Colin, I'm going to make you an odds maker for a minute. USC, Washington, who do you think wins, but how many punts? What's a fair over-under for how many punts we see in this game?
USC is going to win this game, and if there's anybody that's hating Caleb Williams more than anyone, it's me. I've been bagging against Caleb Williams since, I think, March, when basketball was being played. But in this game specifically, the writing is on the wall for Washington. Arizona State and Stanford stifled Michael Penix because they showed a 2-man front and dropped 9 into coverage. Well, what does USC do? They have a 2-man front. They drop 9 into coverage. It literally takes about 18 guys on USC's defense to tackle people. But Washington right now is broke. They refuse to run the ball. They're going to get double covered everywhere. Jalen McMillan's not going to be there in the slot for him. If Kalen DeBoer is going to keep being stubborn and throwing the ball into 9-man coverage, you're going to get beat, and USC has the offense to do it. So I love the Trojans this weekend.
Yeah, fight on. Let's go, Colin. I never I never bet on the dirty Trojans, but I'm doing it this weekend. Actually, I did 2 weekends ago, and they made me look like a fool. All right, Colin, before we let you run at _Colin1 on social media, K-State, Texas. K-State money starting to hit the market here, down to 3.5. You're looking at a couple angles here in this one.
Yeah, I like the first half under in this. Malik Murphy saw cover 1, cover 3 last week. Now he's going to see a different coverage from Kansas State. It's going to confuse him. I don't expect a lot of points. And Texas is really bad in the red zone, by the way. 120th in touchdown efficiency. Not a lot of points coming for them. When you look at Kansas State, you think, well, Texas's front 7 can stop that. But look at what Kansas State runs. They run counter. They run guards pulling, tackles pulling. They do so much in their offense with 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. Texas hasn't seen that before. I like Kansas State and all the points. It's going to be low scoring to start the game.
At _Colin1 Action Network, big bets on campus. Always appreciate it, Colin. Have a great weekend, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
There he is. Colin Wilson.
Colin.
Great stuff from him. All right. It's going to be our time to make some picks. Confidence picks. Week 10 college football. Week
crossing the street when I met the love of my life. I chased after her. Nothing would stand in my way. Not the dog walker, nor the hot dog vendor. Finally reaching her, I asked, "What do you call that amazing smell?"
It's Gain Flings.
Gain Flings. My love had a name, but more importantly, it had a scent.
Fall in love with Gain Flings. Seriously good scent. Gain Flings with 50% more freshness ingredients versus leading bargain detergent.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The Boss and the Gloss with David Gow and Carla Dawson.
It's Spencer Tillman here in studio with us. You mentioned Deion Sanders, and I'd like to go back and explore that a little bit because he is really transforming college football the way he's approached his time there at Colorado. What's the ceiling for Deion Sanders at Colorado?
He can be as successful because he has all these bases covered. He was a Hall of Fame football player on the National Football League level, Hall of Fame player at the collegiate level. He's got a son who's still young. I mean, he's obviously will be graduating, but he's got a son who's doing it now. That sense of being cool right now still works for him. Now, he can be subject to, exposed to losing just like anyone else. If it goes down, if you go past 2-3 years in a cycle, that's a new generation. Doesn't even know who Deion Sanders is. So he's not immune to it. However, if he leverages it properly, he's going to be the scariest man in this business.
The Boss and the Gloss, Monday nights from 6 to 8 Eastern.
Wake up call.
Billy Corgan said he saw a shapeshifter once.
You know, that lady has been around.
No, the lady who said she saw, do you believe that's her? She's super good looking. She looks like a model.
I think it is her.
It probably is.
I mean, why would you want to claim that?
Maybe she's the shapeshifter, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, she's admitting to, like, she kind of had a breakdown of
family, get to her.
Under tremendous stress. But that's what the shapeshifters want you to say.
Wake up call with Tony D and Ron Culver. Weekday, a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Sports Map tonight with Luke Morrow.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big Sean Payton guy. You know, you compare the numbers. I like the line I heard that Sean Payton is Mike McCarthy with better PR. Look at their winning percentage. Look at their playoff record. They both have one Super Bowl. Very similar. The resumes are almost identical. And yet you all want to talk about how bad of a coach Mike McCarthy is and how much of a genius Sean Payton is. Well, the results tell us that they're actually very similar. And so Sean Payton comes to Denver, and he's got a lot of nerve, and he's calling out Nathaniel Hackett from last year, talking about how terrible of a coach he was. And then he calls out Russell Wilson, stop kissing babies, and he's making all these excuses. But you know what, Sean? Nathaniel Hackett never gave up 70 points in a game. And also, Nathaniel Hackett was not 0-3. At this time last season, the Broncos were 2-1. Now, 0-3, you just gave up 70 points. You're the laughingstock of the league. I got no love lost for Sean Payton.
Sports Map tonight, weeknights from 10 to 1 Eastern.
What's the deal with the beware of moose signs every, 5 miles? I didn't see a moose.
The moose moved out long ago. They're like, this place is freezing cold. I don't like it.
There's no moose in Maine. It's a hyperbole. It's an exaggeration. There's no moose.
When I saw those bumper stickers, I thought it was a joke. Like, beware of moose. Like, imagine that. Imagine if you saw an animal living outside in this Arctic tundra. I thought it should be like, beware of penguins.
The Diehards, weeknights from Sports Map Radio Network.
We're listening to Prime Time with Tim Murray and Sean King on the Sports Map Radio Network.
VSiN Prime Time with Tim Murray and Sean King on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
There's no better time to be a sports bettor, and with new Sports Equinox Special. I've done this read a million times. I still mess it up. There's no better time to become a VSiN Pro subscriber. Sign up now. Get full VSiN Pro access to everything we do through May 1st for only $120. That includes daily best bets, unlimited access to our betting splits, plus our exclusive betting content for the MLB playoffs, college football, the rest of the NFL season, March Madness, the NBA and NHL regular seasons, and the NFL draft. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. vsin.com/subscribe to sign up now. It is VSiN Prime Time. Tim Murray here in Las Vegas, getting you ready for Week 10 of the college football season, which has started. Week 9 of the NFL season, which also, too, has started. Will Hill is alongside here this evening, and producer Britton has joined me here on set as we are breaking down our confidence picks. Run it through real quickly. If you're new to the program, we picked 5 games, 2 college, 2 pro, 1 wild card, pro or NFL, and then a big dog. It's essentially the free roll. If you hit the big dog, like producer Britton did last week, West Virginia over Central Florida, that's 5 points. If they cover, 1 point. If they do neither, it's 0 points. But on this show, there are repercussions for bad picks. There is negative points. If you do not hit your point total or your pick, you get negative points. If you hit it, you get positive points. And it's up to you how you want to determine how you want to send out those plays. So, Will Hill will have his 5 plays coming up shortly. But let's go to producer Britton. Coming off of a -1 week, you went, let's see, taking a look back. You went 1-3-1 on your plays. You went 3s across the board, but you did hit your big dog, West Virginia, outright over Central Florida. So -1 for you. A slight step back, producer Britton. You were making a move. You're at -12 on the year. Let's see what you got in store for this week.
Yeah, well, after the high of hitting my big dog and the low of the Giants kicking a field goal and when they can go for it on 4th and 1 and end the game and give me 3 points right there, I decided to switch my strategy up. I'm not doing 3 across the board anymore. I know that having highly weighted plays is what put me in this predicament and negative in the beginning of the year. And then I was slowly kind of up a couple points, maybe down a point or 2 week to week. And we're running out of weeks. We've only got like 3 or 4 left. So I need to make some moves now if I want to make this a competition. So that's why I'm starting with my homer pick of the week, Nebraska -3 at Michigan State. And this is 5 points. Woo! Nebraska still top 10 run D, still, top 50-ish overall D. Michigan State, I think when you watch them, it seems like, even when they're in games, like, all right, is this season done yet? Like, let's get out of here. So Nebraska, on the other hand, their vibes are at an all-time high. The Huskers haven't won 3 games in a row since like 2018, and they've just done that. The team is happy. The team likes each other, which hasn't happened. They like the coaching staff. They know that they're on the precipice of making a bowl game. I feel like they could score 14 to 17 points and cover 3 in this game. I don't think Michigan State's scoring much. The outside chance is a turnover and the score on D, which Nebraska's prone to do. But I just don't think Michigan State cares enough. I don't think they have enough horses. I think they want this year to be done. Meanwhile, Nebraska is loving every game they play in.
So quick update for those wondering, Will, I'll tune you in here. Producer Britton, a Nebraska alum, has now picked Nebraska. This will be pick number 4 on the corn. You're 2-1 betting on the corn. And, Will, people really love the betting splits page over vsin.com. It's apparently the most popular page. So I just went and checked it out real quickly. 88% of the bets are on Nebraska. So you're in good company.
Hey, but even more of the money. It's actually a net positive. You rarely see a team that has 88% of the total of the bets also have a higher percentage of handle than that.
All right.
It's like 88-91.
He's going 5. I believe this is our first 5-pointer of the entire year. I've never done put out a 5er.
Yes, it is.
No, you went Iowa State week 2.
Oh, yeah.
5-pointer, and that was a loss. So you're 0-1 with 5-pointers.
I managed to find the lowest point of the Iowa State season for my other 5-pointer this year.
All right, 5-pointer on Nebraska. What else you got?
From there, I want to go to Alabama -3 versus LSU. I don't know. This line's like confusing me. It feels like it's a Big 12 game from 10 years ago. We're like, oh, the team with the better offense is going to win. It's like, no, this is the SEC, and it's in Tuscaloosa. I feel like Alabama can slow them down enough to cover this number. I just think, it's more well-rounded team. I think Saban's better than Kelly. No offense to him if you miss him or don't miss him from your days at Notre Dame.
It's a good coach. I don't think it's a hot take to say Nick Saban's better than Brian Kelly.
Better coach, better defense. Obviously, the offense and Jaden Daniels for LSU are is about as good as it gets in college football. But at the same time, defense wins championships, and the home game with the better defense. And, at least athletic offense.
Tommy Rees Bowl. Tommy Rees versus his former head coach. Will, what do you think right here? Alabama -3. He's going 4 points, so a big one here on the Tide. What do you think of this one?
I lean Bama. I've been back and forth on this game. I think just from a betting standpoint, if you like Bama, does it make sense to parlay Bama with the under? And if you like LSU, does it make sense to parlay LSU with the over? Figure, hey, if Bama's going to win and cover, it's going to be their style. They're going to play good defense. They're going to get pressure on Daniels. They're going to run the ball. And if LSU wins, it's going to be a track meet. So I lean Bama. It's just hard for me. Field goal. We'll call it a field goal. I know you said 3.5 pop up, but field goal or less with Saban at home against a bad defense, a really bad secondary, maybe a little bit of a shaky offensive line. I'm just conditioned, I think, to take Alabama. It's nothing strong, but would lean Bama here.
Matt Humans on the VSiN College Football Betting Podcast gave out Bama -3, so you're in good company there. All right, that's a 4-pointer for producer Britton. A 3-pointer in the NFL. What do you got?
I'm shooting over to the Bengals. I think that they can cover 2 versus the Bills. You know, the NFL, it's funny because people try not to overreact, but I think that you basically can look at the team's last 3 weeks, last month, to get a good idea how they're playing now. You know, right now, the Bengals are on a 3-game winning streak. The Bills have a QB that's banged up. The Bengals, the way they're playing right now, they're looking like an AFC championship team. I don't know how often the Bills have looked like an AFC championship at maybe a couple quarters here and there throughout this season. But I think that it's just the Bengals they're peaking. You know, they're peaking in the second half of the year or towards the second half of the year, which is exactly where you want to be, which is not exactly the Bills' forte. I think it's a short number, under a field goal. I'm happy to take the Bengals there.
All right. You're going to overseas. Go to Germany. 2-pointer.
Yeah, I think that this number with the Dolphins and the Chiefs, it's like a legacy number. I mean, we still don't know if Taylor Swift's going to be there or not. Because, you know, if we did have confirmation.
I don't think she is. I think she's in, like, South America right now.
I don't think she can be there, you know, unless she's got, like, the Concorde private jet. But
she definitely has a private jet.
But, yeah, I just think that this number is kind of a legacy number for the Chiefs. It's not actually a home game. The Chiefs' offense isn't explosive, and you kind of – and the Chiefs' defense is good. I just don't think that it's kind of a defense that's going to shut down the Dolphins. So I don't think they can keep up. I mean, I think it's going to be a close game. Hopefully it's a close game. Hopefully it's the best, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Europe game we have had of all time. I mean, it's a shame that the foreign fans are the ones who get to enjoy this one and not either the home Chiefs or Dolphins fans. But, yeah, I think that the Dolphins +2 is the right side. I think that they try to make a statement here. And, I mean, we've seen some of the top teams on losing streaks lately, the 49ers. Maybe the Chiefs join them and lose 2 in a row.
All right, so there you go. 2 NFL, 2 college for producer Britton. 5 points on Nebraska -3, Alabama -3. He's got 4 points on that one. Bengals -2, 3 points. Dolphins +2, 2 points. And then your 1-pointer. All right, give it to me. This is the Will Hill play. You're playing for the man in Connecticut. You're playing with his hometown university here.
Oh yeah, UConn +35 at Tennessee.
Whoa.
It is a sandwich spot for Tennessee. Tennessee, Kentucky last week. Then they're playing Missouri next. This isn't the tune-up game at the beginning of the year where you play an easy non-con team. It's a stay healthy, take care of business, make the game short, don't let anyone get hurt, and keep focused on our SEC goals. I don't think – and UConn's actually been in, like, a lot of one-score games. Their record's horrible. They're, 1-7?
Yeah.
But they've been 10 7-point losses to a lot of more powerful teams. And they even beat Rice outright a couple weeks ago. So, there's a little bit of momentum for UConn. I think that they can stay in this number. Tennessee runs the ball a ton. It's not the Hendon Hooker air raid offense anymore. It's a run offense. They're probably going to run for 400 yards. But I'm hoping that, they'd call off the dogs early and UConn's able to lose – like 30 or 44-10.
We might have to send Will to the rent just so he can try to hope your bet home. +35 with UConn. And then lastly, you hit it last week. You've hit, I believe, 2 so far this year. Where are you headed with the big – actually 3.
Yeah,
I beg your pardon. You've already hit 3 big dogs. Where are you headed this week for your big dog?
Going Big Ten conference play. Indiana, horrible team, at home. Catching 9 versus Wisconsin. Wisconsin just had a big physical game versus Ohio State. And I think their offense is horrible. Their QBs are all injured. And everyone's just like, oh, yeah, this is the same Wisconsin defense we've seen for the last 15, 20 years. And it's not at all. Their defense is actually not that good. Indiana kind of can make some big plays. Hopefully they get lucky. Maybe it's a one-possession game, and hopefully they can win it in the end.
All right, there you go. Producer Britton's picks. Will, before we bid farewell, give us one. Give us an appetizer before we hit a break here. Give us one play that you're rocking and rolling with.
We'll do it on the other side. I'll give one on Britton's behalf. UConn money line. He talked me into it. That game, no upset.
What do we got? What's out there for money line on UConn? Do we even have a money line? I found you 40-1.
Stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Say big on stuff at Amazon. Stuff.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants, to polos and khakis, to Oxfords or T-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like, you convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Wake up call!
Trying to sue the Atlanta Braves. According to the lawsuit, defendant Soler threw the ball overhand with great force and intensity in the immediate direction of Norris. Her name is Myra Norris.
Okay.
The ball allegedly hit Norris directly in her right eye, causing extensive and excruciating injury to her right eye.
This is a really interesting case for a lawyer.
The husband is also...
The husband's in on this too.
This is what he had to say.
Stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
They come from around the world.
Who's getting acquainted behind the play. Now ahead, it's East Guy. Cutting it on net. Firing a shot. He scores!
They come from across the country.
Roberts fend on his pass and shot in front. Youngstown scores. Whitelaw with the hat trick. Right into the danger zone.
Each path is different. Every background diverse, but all arrive with the same goal. Every champion was once a contender. Every professional was once an amateur.
Now the puck is floated in, splitting the defenseman, going behind his corner. That can't be, and he scores! What a goal for Kyle Connor!
They were born to be here.
Zilla bounces to Plant. Plant, backdoor, Fowler about across to make the save.
This moment is theirs. The road to the NHL runs through Youngstown. It's time for Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio.
Friday night, hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 13 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Tri-City Storm. Good evening, sports fans. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing you the action this evening on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms were last in action on Sunday afternoon here at the Cavelli Center. A 4-3 overtime loss to the Madison Capitals. Youngstown did get the opening goal just 46 seconds into regulation. Torrey Pittner with his fourth of the season. Mikey Burchell with the assist. 1-0 Phantoms at the end of the first period. However, Madison would score the next three. At 17:23, it was Max Nagel with his 7th of the season. And then at 2:35 of the third, it was Nagel with his 8th of the season, 2nd of the game, a power play goal there, the 2nd one for Nagel. And then at 5:46, a shorthanded goal for Aiden Long, and Madison had a 3-1 lead. At 9:14, Adam Patilla, the beneficiary of a friendly carom off the stick of netminder Carson Musser, who was trying to play the puck behind the net, was fired in so hard by Torrey Pittner that it hit off of Musser's stick, came right back out in front of the cage, and Patilla fired it home for a power play goal, his 7th goal of the season. Torrey Pittner and Sasha Boumedian with the assist. Phantoms cut to 3-2. And then at 16:13 was Patilla again redirecting home the shot of Kuzma Voronin. So for Patilla, his 2nd of the game, 8th of the season. Voronin and Boumedian with the assist. We're tied at 3. We go to overtime. 2:45 into overtime. James Hong gets lost and comes in the back door for his 2nd goal of the season and the game winner. And that is how Madison got away with the 4-3 victory. Carson Musser got that when he stopped 24 out of 27. Owen Bartoskevich took the loss. He stopped 22 out of 26. Madison power play was 1 for 5, and the Youngstown power play was 1 for 6. 3 stars of the game. 3rd star went to Max Nagel with his 2 goals. 2nd star went to Adam Patilla with his 2 goals, and then the 1st star went to James Hong with the game winner. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we will have tonight's scratch report as well as tonight's starting lineups. You are listening to the pregame show here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Ryan, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought, it's a 3-3. We weren't expecting a high pace, high energy game. It's hard to play 2 games in less than 24 hours. So proud of the guys for battling back in the third. It was a weird game with a lot of penalties. Like the flow was kind of off. I thought our special teams let us down a little bit. We gotta get back to being a little bit more urgent, especially on our power play. And but in general, great weekend. 5 out of 6 points at home. We're obviously a little battered and shorthanded, and I thought the guys did a great job finding a way to get a point there. And at the end of the day, I think they should feel proud, and they should look at this as a successful weekend, certainly.
Adam Patilla kind of led the way there late in the third period, a pair of goals. He wears a letter for your team for a reason. What did you think of his overall performance?
Yeah, I mean, his energy and enthusiasm, like the way he brings it every single day, is phenomenal. And he owed us a couple there tonight to get us back from the penalty kill. So, that's the type of kid he is. We expect him to be a huge part of our team as a leader off the ice and an impact player on the ice. So that's kind of the expectation for Adam.
Torrey Pittner points in 4 straight games, pair of goals as part of that. But, Torrey really seems to have stepped up his offensive game here the last couple of weeks, especially with Andrew Strathman out of the game for you.
Yeah, I think Torrey, Torrey's been a horse back there. Like Torrey Mach Jr., like those guys have been horses. Torrey's done a great job, getting pucks in the net and playing a simple game that's efficient. And, I think Torrey, he's a leader in our locker room as well. Just everything he does right. And we're excited that, Torrey's obviously contributing offensively, and hopefully he can continue that.
Yeah, Coach. So in that overtime, obviously tough loss, but what would you like to see kind of differently from your players to have a different outcome in the overtime?
Yeah, I think we were a little passive. I think we need to be a little bit more aggressive. Kuzma just missed that net. It was just extremely close. We had our chances. At the end of the day, I think we backed in on that goal. We missed a back check, which, again, isn't going to happen anymore. So, I think we just need to probably put the foot on the gas instead of kind of being passive there.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
To buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using unique signage and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Come back inside Cavelli Center for the pregame show. Phantoms taking on the Tri-City Storm tonight. Let's get to tonight's scratch report. We will begin with the visiting Tri-City Storm. And you can scratch number 11, Zach Beatty, number 12, Nick Ruganakis, number 13, Blake Steenerson, number 14, Nick Peluso, number 24, Dallas View, and number 39, Cameron Springer. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 10, Zach Marin, number 22, Nathan Lewis, number 23, Brendan Silvoboda, number 27, Andrew Strathman, and number 34, Sasha Bamini. Again, that was tonight's scratch report. And now for tonight's starting lineup. We will begin with the visiting Tri-City Storm. They enter tonight's game with a 7-5-0-0 record. Their 14 points put them in fourth place in the USHL's Western Conference. Starting on the left wing, out of Kirkland, Quebec, committed to Ohio State, Clark Cup champion, number 42, Jake Rossi. Centering the starting lineup tonight for the Phantoms, out of White Bear Lake, Minnesota, committed to St. Cloud State, number 22, Nolan Road. On the right wing, out of Chelyabinsk, Russia, number 23, Artemy Nizimayev. On defense, out of San Jose, California, committed to Colorado College, number 10, Philippe Blaise Savoy. And also on defense, out of South Hadley, Massachusetts, committed to the University of Massachusetts, number 15, Sean McEwen. In net, out of South Lyon, Michigan, committed to Western Michigan, number 31, Cameron Corpy. Corpy enters tonight's game with a 7-2-0-0 record, a 2.15 goals against average, and a .919 save percentage. The Storm are coached in his 7th season by Anthony Noreen. He is assisted by Sean Ceramic and Marco Trevino. And now for your Youngstown Phantoms, who enter tonight's game with an 8-3-1-0 record. Their 17 points put them in second place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting on the left wing, out of Portage La Prairie, Manitoba, number 21, Ryan Botterill. Centering the starting lineup for the Phantoms, returning to the lineup committed to Penn State, number 14, Charlie Serrato. On the right wing, out of Mundelein, Illinois, committed to Michigan, number 19, Mikey Burchell. On defense, out of Plymouth, Michigan, committed to Wisconsin, number 13, Luke Osborne. And out of El Cerrito, California, committed to Denver, number 17, Tori Pittner. In net, out of Northville, Michigan, committed to Minnesota, number 73, Owen Bartoskevich. Owen enters tonight's game with a 6-1-1-0 record, a 1.73 goals against average, a .941 save percentage, and 2 shutouts on the season. The Phantoms are coached in his 2nd season by Ryan Ward. The associate head coach is Andy Contois. They are assisted by Brandon Gotkin and Brandon Dennis. The equipment manager is Steven Smith. The athletic trainer is Amber Martinelli. The goaltending coach is Neil Conway. The strength and conditioning coach is Tommy Malloy. The director of skill development is Carl Linden, and the general managers are Jason Deskins and Ryan Kosecki. The officials for tonight's game are selected by the USHL and are as follows. The referee will be Christopher Rumble. The linesman will be Thomas Dockery and Jordan Stachelski. Just about 4 minutes remaining here before national anthem and starting lineups at the arena. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have Youngstown Hockey here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Oh Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Also on defense, from those and between the pipes for your Phantoms, from Northville. On Saturday, former Sioux City Musketeer Adam Johnson tragically lost his life in a terrible accident on the ice while playing in the Elite Hockey League in Hickman with the Nottingham. Just 29 years old, Adam played in the United States Hockey League with the Indiana Ice and the Musketeers from 2012 to 2015. Adam served as an alternate captain in Sioux City, and in addition to playing college hockey, he fulfilled his dream of playing in the NHL. Suited up for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Everyone who knew Adam would say he was a great teammate, but much more than that, a great human. Please join the players, coaches, and our hockey. Too soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that if you're stand and join us in a moment of silence in remembrance of Adam Johnson. Thank you. Fans, please stand and remove your hats with the theme of the national anthem. In Sharper.
What so proud here at night who runs and bright star with a red was so gas.
A beautiful rendition of our national anthem from Shawnee Sharman. Welcome back into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Lipsack here with you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey, ready to get back underway. Phantoms and Storm for the second of 3 meetings this season. Phantoms and Tri-City met at the USHL Fall Classic in the season opener, a game in which the Tri-City Storm would win by the score of 2-1. It was a shutout for Cameron Corpy going into the final minute until Sasha Bamidian got a one-timer past him with the extra attacker. But Youngstown couldn't get any closer. I think that goal was from Sasha came with about 44 seconds left. Now the Phantoms, who have points in 5 straight, but did lose their last one, looking to protect home ice here against Tri-City. You can roll for initiative as we are underway. Nolan Road wins the faceoff, snapped ahead off of Nizimayev, redirected into the zone by Jake Rossi, our old friend. Just acquired a couple of weeks ago by the Storm, has 2 points in 2 games. Does Jake, and here he sends it down low, but that's right to the stick of Luke Osborne. He will send it to the blue line for Mikey Burchell, who backhanded it ahead to the Tri-City line. Bringing it into the zone is Botterill. Chips it to the end wall, but McEwen picked it up, send it around the near wall. Bounces back to Blaise Savoy. He'll slow it down, carry it behind his own cage, set up the breakout. Hustling off to the bench for the change is Mikey Burchell. Charlie Serrato up on the forecheck, back in the lineup after missing, I believe, about 3 or 4 weeks with an upper body injury. Here Blaise Savoy trying to bring it into the zone, bumped off his line by Pittner. Loose puck to Osborne ahead to Young at center, couldn't quite handle it. And it'll be Lukashevich in his own zone, ahead to Trevor Connolly. Connolly, one of the top prospects ahead of the 2024 draft, and here Connolly sends it up the middle, but nobody there at center. Point for Tri-City, back into his own zone to pick it up, Lukashevich. Puck loose behind the cage, going to be picked up by Constance, so try to carry up the far side, ran into Grant Young at the half wall. Miles Gunty there as well, tries to start the cycle, but gives it right to Constance around the near kick plate off the stick of Simpson and down into the Youngstown end. Tri-City off for the line change. Jack Wilson ahead off of Braden Clark, bounced back to Miles Gunty, but chipped ahead by Tri-City and back into the Youngstown zone. With it in the corner is Smith, centering feed off of Machu, and behind the cage, battling for it was Falloon, one of the leading scorers for this Tri-City team, but Machu got him off the puck over. Gunty couldn't clear into the slot for Smith. His shot blocked in front, and then rebound came back, and it is fired into the cage by Cambriere. Tri-City has an early 1-0 lead. Time of the goal, 1:53. Our first shot on goal of the game ends up behind Owen Bartoskevich. Lots of traffic, puck bouncing around. And Cambriere, with his 4th goal of the season, snaps that pass. Owen Bartoskevich. Tri-City wins scoring first, 5-1-0 on the year. Face-off won by Smith. Snapped ahead to the Youngstown line, but Learman cuts it off there. Goes D-to-D over to McLaughlin, ahead off of Veronin and into the Tri-City zone. Kinsman up the near wall to Falloon and out to center. Loose in front of the Tri-City bench, knocked back into the zone by Patilla. He's cut off by Kinsman as it comes to the far side for Bales, and he'll play it out to center. Drop back now, and coming ahead is LaCroix. LaCroix into the zone. Shot off the shoulder of Bartoskevich, and it just trickled wide. Check that. That was 26 Bales, the defenseman. As here it's cleared to the line, kept in by Posthumous. Down the wall, Veronin couldn't find it as it rolls to McLaughlin. Behind him up the near side, cut off by Posthumous. Circled behind the net to Crandall, fired off the back of the cage. Actually just settles on the back of the net, and referee Christopher Rumble gonna blow the whistle. 17-13 left in this first period. First period presented by our friends at Price Heating and Cooling. Face off to the right of Bartoskevich. Smith to take the draw against Posthumous. Brecken Smith has looked great over the last few weeks for Youngstown, and here he wins the draw. Wilson kicks it to the end wall to DeHaro. Connor up the near side off of Rusinski, and this one might go for icing. It will, as winning the race down the ice is Cohane. Looks like the face-off will be to the right of Bartoskevich. Linesman Thomas Dockery to drop the puck. Brother of former Phantom defenseman Dominic Dockery, who's currently playing for the Wichita Thunder of the ECHL. Youngstown controlling the draw, but DeHaro can't clear. Turn it over to Nizimayev. To Rossi. Oh, got the shot away from the far wall. Stopped by Bartoskevich. Rossi to his own rebound. Carried to the point. Knocked out to center by Rusinski. Ryan down the left side into the zone. Long distance shot, glove save by Cameron Corpy, and he will hang on as Youngstown gets their first shot on net of the game.
Going over to section 201 to purchase your shuttle for your chance to go home with some fantastic prizes.
So that shot by Rusinski will break the Phantom string of scoring on the first shot of the game. On Saturday night and Sunday, Youngstown scored on their first shot on net. But I guess here, Tri-City kept the streak alive for themselves as the Storm controlled the faceoff. Rossi into the zone to Nizimayev, down in the left wing corner. Spins off the check of Serrato over to Rossi near corner. Jake threw it through the low slot. Nobody there for the Storm. Take away by Burchell, 2-on-1 developing. Burchell and Botterill. Burchell down the right side. Shot, he missed the cage. Off the corner board, it's going to bounce all the way out the center. Picked up there in front of the Youngstown bench by Jake Rossi. Trade off to Nizimayev. Couldn't play it skate to stick. They're going to say Tri-City was offside there. Now passed ahead to Burchell into the zone. Through Serrato to Burchell. Back across for Osborne. He threw it off the side of the cage. Luke bidding for his first USHL goal. Unfortunately, just could not find the measure of the net right there. Up the wall by Serrato to Young. His shot blocked over to Osborne. Drifting shot blocker save by Corpy. Good look there for Osborne as well. Up to the point for Machu. His low wrists are wide of the cage. Kept in at the far point by Osborne. He'll start the cycle. Down the wall to Botterill. Fed it through the low slot. Nobody there for Youngstown. And the Storm will break it out to center. Bouncing puck at the logo through the skates of Jack Wilson. He'll retreat into his own zone. Snapped ahead to the line for Patilla. Looking for the trailer. That was Braden Clark and his shot into the meshing. Beautiful puck movement here for the last few minutes by Youngstown. Just unable to put anything behind Cameron Corpy. 15:24 left in the first. Tri-City leads 1-0 on the goal by Cam Briere. Shots on goal are 4-2 in favor of Youngstown. All, I think, 3 of the 4 shots coming within the last 60 seconds. As Youngstown with a very nice shift there, as Tri-City's going to get a face-off warning. Braden Clark to take the draw. I think he's opposed by Ryan Smith as Clark wins it. Goes up to the point for Jack Wilson. His shot on net. Rebound as Corpy kicked it out, and it was shoveled just wide by Clark. Up to the point, it's Machu who's going to send it off a Tri-City stick into the meshing. That is off the stick of Trevor Conley. So puck out of play. Another offensive zone draw upcoming for Youngstown. I think that's actually Owen Beckner in the circle. I'd be lying if I told you that I could read the jersey number for Tri-City from this distance. Face-off controlled by Tri-City. Connolly plays it down low for Constance. Up the near wall, kept at the point by Wilson. Fed down low, was looking for Veronin. Pass geometry was not good. Constance sends it up to the line. He'll find Connolly, who dances out to center. Into the zone. Machu turned it over the line, gave it to Beckner. Forcing his way down in the left wing corner. Taken by Simpson, but then stolen away by Patilla. Brought it to the official's crease. Ran into Lukashevich, able to get the puck into the Tri-City zone, but could not get it deep. Phantoms going to get maybe half a line change here as Conley forces his way into the Youngstown end. Wilson stole it behind the cage, got it to Ronaldo. Sam skates ahead, brought it to the red line, banked it ahead to Gunty into the zone down the left side. Miles left it off the end wall for Ronaldo. He'll leave it there for Grant Young. Grant up the near wall, tried to get it to McLaughlin at the point, but chipped out the center nicely by Simpson. McLaughlin gathered it in, sends it to the right wing corner. Hustling down for it is Kinsman. Left it there for Bales, back over to Kinson near corner. Up the wall to Falloon and into the neutral zone and roll to McLaughlin. D to Lieberman. Head off of Ronaldo into the right wing corner. Getting there first was Kinsman, trying to play it up that far wall. He got it to Briere. And now ahead for Smith. Pass ahead, looking for a man at the Youngstown blue line. That was Smith. Couldn't handle the pass cleanly. They'll go to Finn McLaughlin. Sent up the far wall to Gunty. Drop back for Charlie Lieberman back in the lineup after serving a 1-game suspension. Chip to Ronaldo, to Lieberman, backhands one through the low slot. Bounces off the corner to Ryan Smith. Now snapped ahead at center for Briere. Little trouble with it, but able to maintain possession. And it'll be Bales. Checked at Keown, sending it into the zone. Bartoskevich sets it up for Machu. And ahead to Christian Chua, making his USHL debut. He's missing a couple of players. due to the World 17 Championships being played in Prince Edward Island for the next 2 weeks. Now here it's up to the point for a slapper off the stick of Cohane, and he missed it wide. Rebound to Posthumous. He tried to feed it down low to LaCroix, and he missed it to the right wing corner. High and wide over the net. Machu shoveled it up the wall, got it to Grant Young off the window and out to center. Looking for it in his skates is Harper, able to get control of it and head to Crandall. Backhands it around the wall to the right wing corner. DeHaro got there, tried to send it up the wall, got pinched off by Rode. However, puck bounced to Brecken Smith, and he'll play it ahead to Chua. Brought it to the official's crease, backhands it into the right wing corner. First person to it, Blaze Savoy. Stepping out in front is Rusinski. Tried to wrap around. Corpy shut him off as Rusinski got a couple of whacks at it. But Corpy equal to the task. Immediate timeout. 12:14 left in the first. 1-0 Tri-City. Listen to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
$14 left in the first. 1-0 Tri-City. Want to get you a high school football score here from the iMedia One Network over on City View Sportscast and AM 1240 here in the Mahoning Valley. Mineral Ridge 7 and Rootstown nothing. 3:30 left in the first quarter. Still waiting on a scoring update from the Springfield-Danville game, which can be heard on Western Reserve 2 and AM 600. But we're glad we're here with you on Western Reserve Radio 1 for some USHL action. Face off to the right of Corpy, won by Youngstown. Botterill's one-timer high and wide of the cage. Kept in at the point by Pittner. No, as he tried to dump it down, Rossi redirected it out to center. Botterill couldn't keep it and sent around the wall by Blaze Savoy. Rossi couldn't clear, kept by Serrato. Drop back for Pittner. Fed through a man, and it's Birchall's one-timer from the circle goes wide. Osborne hustling in to keep it alive. Poked it away from McEwen, at least for a moment. Comes up near the point, can be chipped out to center by Rode. Skating into it are the Storm, trying to make a move right in on the cage. Was Sean McEwen, the defenseman, but his shot right into the stomach of Owen Bartoskevich, and he'll hang on. Youngstown had the last 6 shots in the game. Shot counter now reads 6-3 in favor of the Phantoms, but the Storm do have the 1-0 lead. Scored on the first shot of the game off the stick of Cameron Briere. Face off to the left of Bartoskevich. There to take the draw. Draw one cleanly by Clark. Behind the cage, it's Wilson, sending it up the near side. Veronin couldn't clear. Comes back to Clark. He'll backhand it out to center. Looking for Veronin right in front of the benches, but stolen away by the Storm. In the zone comes Conley. Looked for the trailer. That was Beckner, stolen away by Veronin. Couldn't feed Patilla at center. Sent back ahead, and high stick on the puck on the Tri-City Storm as they try to come into the Youngstown end. 11:19 left in this first period. 1-0 Tri-City, and now we do get an update on the Danville-Springfield game. Danville has a 1-0 lead over the Springfield Tigers. Face-off will be to the left of Cameron Corby off the high stick on the puck at center. Clark to take the draw. But it's going to be controlled by Tri-City. Lukasevich, far side for Connolly, my near side. Your far side as you are watching on Flow Hockey. Machu knocked it away from Beckner. Ronan behind the cage to Wilson. Fanned on his pass, stolen by Conley. Conley Lost it behind the cage as it came to Machu. Feathers it past Simpson to Wilson. Whacked at by Patilla. Lukashevich with the hold. Patilla able to knock the bouncing puck out to center and down into the TC zone. No icing here as Constance goes D over to Lukashevich. Back out to center for Conley as Clark hooked Trevor Conley, and a penalty will be upcoming on Youngstown. As Braden Clark was going for the puck, but had to reach around Trevor Conley to do it, and looked a lot like a hook. And so the Phantoms assistant captain going to be sent to the penalty box. Time of the penalty, 9:25. Tri-City on the power play this season, 7 for 60. That's 11.7%, 14th in the USHL. Youngstown penalty kill, 57 for 62, 91.9%. That is second in league. Phantoms have 3 shorthanded goals on the season. Tri-City has given up 1. Face-off 1 by TC, stepping in and firing one wide of the cage was Nizimayev. Had a great look here as Rode feeds it through and just missed Falloon for the one-timer tap-in. Nizimayev keeps it, sends it over to Rode, far side, down into the corner for Smith. Tried to give it up to Rode, but nobody was at the left point as Rode could not handle the pass. Now here it's stolen. Burchell, shot, score! Shorty, you attend. Mikey Burchell, the steal and score for the shorthanded goal, his 5th marker of the season. Youngstown has tied the game. Time of the goal, 9:48. Beautiful work by Youngstown. Mikey Burchell, an actual demon on the forecheck, as he stole the pass ahead, danced around Lukashevich, and fired it home. Bar down and in. Unassisted for Mikey, and we're all knotted up. Tri-City sends it in as Serrato bumps it to Pittner, and he'll get the clear. 45 seconds gone on this Adams tree preservation penalty kill. Into the zone come the Storm. To the right wing corner for Rozzi. Behind the cage to Simpson. Center point for Blaise Savoy, now down into the corner for Rozzi. Jake, top of the right circle, fed down low for Conley. His one-timer well wide of the cage. Far side for Beckner, trying to spin away from Grant Young. Up to the point for a one-timer off the stick of McEwen, right into the belly of Owen Bartoskevich. He'll hang on for the face-off. 43 seconds left on the kill. 9:18 left in the first. First period presented by Price Heating and Cooling. Grant Young to take the draw against Owen Beckner. False start by Connor Simpson there on the far wall, so face-off warning on Tri-City. Face-off won cleanly by Grant Young, and Charlie Lieberman will sauce it down the ice. Goal line to goal line as it's stopped up by Corpy. Spins it away from Miles Gunty up the far wall. Down Conley, feeds it back behind the cage to McEwen, trying to dance away from Gunty. Miles got the steal, but lost his footing, and they're able to feed it to Beckner and get it out to center. Snapped ahead to the line for Rozzi. Jake retreats towards his own blow line, gets it to Conley, floats it over to Rozzi. Jake's got the shot away, stopped by Bartoskevich. Lieberman couldn't play the rebound, 10 seconds left in the kill. Beckner through the circle, stolen by Grant Young. He'll bring it ahead one-on-one. Lieberman joining the rush as it's poked away from Young by McEwen, and out of the box comes Braden Clark. The tree has been preserved. Burchell almost another steal there in the corner. But it is the Storm trying to break it up. Into the corner, Youngstown with the steal. Serrato up the wall. Passes over to the point for McLaughlin. Thought about the slapper. Now does take that shot. Missed the cage. Rebound side of the net. Picked up by the Storm and sent down the ice. Not enough steam on it for icing as Wilson will play it ahead, and it'll come out to center. The Storm play it back into the zone, but they are offside, so they need to touch up before they can resume the attack. They're still offside. Now they finally get it legally out to center, but Youngstown going to break it ahead. Wilson couldn't dump it into the Tri-City end as it comes back to Serrato. Drop back for McLaughlin. D over to Jack Wilson. Jack surveys the scene. Floated ahead, but couldn't find Serrato at center. Carrying ahead was Bales. He'll rip it into the zone. Bartoskevich couldn't stop it behind the cage. Penalty upcoming on Tri-City, as I think Carmelo Crandall going to get called for cross-checking as Finn McLaughlin went down in the corner. Youngstown heading to their first power play of the game, except I believe we should be having our media timeout. Nope, we're going to keep it right here. Youngstown on the power play for the season, 13.8%. That's 12th in the league. Penalty kill for Tri-City, 85.4%. That is 4th. And no, we are going to have our immediate timeout. 7:29 left in the first. We're knotted at 1. You listen to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Covelli Center, Youngstown heading to their first power play of the game. Cameron Crandall in the box for cross-checking. Patilla here to take the draw. Youngstown controls the face-off. Pittner trying to get it back to the wall, was looking for Jack Wilson, but that was broken up as Phantoms going with a 2-defenseman look here on the power play. Wilson out to center off of Miles Gunty, but couldn't take the pass. Bounced right to Lukashevich, and he will clear it once more. 25 seconds already gone here on this power play for Youngstown. Wilson carries ahead. Feeds it far side for Botterill. Chips it to the right wing corner. Patilla hustling in after it. Knocked away from him by Falloon. Up to the point, kept by Botterill. To Pittner down the right wall. Dropped it behind him to Jack Wilson. Back down the wall looking for Pittner. Bodied up by Lukashevich, comes to the Storm. They'll clear it over 2 leaping Phantoms and down the ice. Phantoms to the line change here. 1:05 left in the man advantage. As Bartoskevich sets it up for McLaughlin. Finn carries ahead, gets it over to Serrato. Skates through the check of McEwen, lost his twig on the play. As Tri-City able to clear it around the wall and down the ice. Not much going here in the first minute 15 of this power play for Youngstown. McLaughlin behind him to Burchill. Mikey red line and then to Serrato with the blue. Back to Burchill. Up the near wall to Serrato. Back to the point to McLaughlin. Finn walks the line. Gives it up over to Grant Young. Down the wall to Burchill. Mikey right circle. Fed it side of the net. Into the box for Young, and his one-timer kicked out by Corpy. Rebound cleared to center by Tri-City. The Storm knock it down, and into the zone comes Briere. Briere tried to feed it in front. Puck bouncing at the edge of the blue crease, and it's going to be covered by Bartoskevich. Teaming up on that, A.J. Lacroix and Cam Briere. Bartoskevich able to deny 2 shorthanded chances there. Keep this a 1-1 game. 5:37 left in the first. 8 seconds left in the cross-checking call to Carmelo Crandall. Smith to take the draw against Beckner. Brecken won the draw to Machu. Behind the cage to DeHaro. Connor ahead slowly. Took a bump from Conley, gave it up to Machu, and now out of the box comes Crandall as Machu brings it into the zone. Fed to the end wall. First person there is Kinsman for Tri-City. Able to play it out to center. Found Crandall. Able to get it around DeHaro into the zone, but taken away by Chua. Sent far side, and Machu will play it out to the neutral zone. Sent back in by Bales. Off of Youngstown stick and right back out to center. Tri-City sends it right back in. Machu up the far wall to Chua. Couldn't clear. Kept in by Simpson. Played down low to Conley. Tried to feed it in front. Pass didn't click. Up to the point. Kept by Kinsman. D over to Bales. His high shot was probably going to miss the cage, but Bartoskevich will glove it and hang on. 4:57 left in this first period. In the first period presented by Price Heating and Cooling. Shots on goal are 8-6 in favor of Youngstown. Face off to the right of Bartoskevich. Rusinski to take the draw against Beckner. Rusinski wins the draw cleanly in the corner, picked up there by Pittner off the window, knocked down with a high stick by Conley, skated ahead by Rusinski. Couldn't play it over Patilla, but did on the second effort. His shot blocked in the corner. Veronin to Patilla, shot, glove save. Cameron Corpy, he'll hang on. Great work by Youngstown there on the zone entry. Because it looked like the pass by Rusinski to Patilla might not have clicked. Face off to the right of Corpy. Rusinski wins it cleanly. Osborne to Veronin. Tangled up by Beckner, pinned to the wall. Simpson comes in, pries the puck free. Gets it around to Cohane. To Conley at the line. Drop back for Harper. D back over to Cohane. He'll bring it behind the cage. Back to Harper, far corner. To Conley. Steal. Veronin shot blocked, and it was going to miss the cage. Veronin got it back in front. Rusinski shot blocked. Osborne fed it down the wall. Couldn't get Rusinski as he was taken out of the play. And the Storm will bring it ahead. Simpson over the red line and dumps it into the Youngstown zone. Bartoskevich throws it back up the near wall. Veronin had to be careful as Nizimayev was coming for him. Rusinski able to get it to the line and then poked out the center by Veronin. No icing here as this is off a Tri-City stick down into the Storm zone. Lukashevich overskates in the corner but able to get it away from Burchell and played out to center for Rozzi. Drop back for the play ahead by Rode, and now a shot by Nizimayev blocked into the meshing by Tomasz Machu. 3 minutes, 39 seconds left in the first period. We're not in at one. Face-off will be to the left of Bartoskevich. Have another Division 6 playoff score for you. Pie Valley 8, Mogador 7. As the winner of that game will play the winner of the Rootstown Mineral Ridge game. Youngstown wins the draw, plays it out to center. Lukashevich picked that off. Got it to Rode, dumped it back into the Youngstown end. Machu picks it up in the corner. Left it there for Wilson, couldn't feed it through Rode, who got it to Rozzi, stolen away nicely by Burchell. To Serrato at center, into the zone 1-on-2. Rips past his man, got it to Botterill. Traded off to Burchell, shot saved by Corpy. Rebound was in the blue paint, and Corpy will put the trapper on top of it. 3:10 left in the first period. Face off to the left of Corpy. Riley Serrato to take the draw for Youngstown. Still loose in the circle. Phantoms had control for a moment, but Serrato lost it in his skates, and Smith will play it ahead to center for Falloon. Battles against McLaughlin. Puck loose in their skates, up to the point, kept in for a moment by Tri-City, and now to roll to Falloon in the left wing corner. Up to the point, kept in by Blaise Savoy, into the corner for Briere. Had his pocket picked by McLaughlin. Feeds it behind the cage to Lieberman. Charlie, softly off the near boards to Botterill. Across the ice to McLaughlin. Gains the red line, dumps it into the TC zone. Youngstown to the line change. Blaise Savoy in the corner. Took a bump from Botterill. Almost lost the puck. Still tangled up behind the cage. Young steals it. Up to the point for McLaughlin. His shot hit a body in front. I think penalty upcoming on Tri-City. I think there was a cross check or maybe some interference in front of the cage. It will be a cross check on the Storm. And looking like he's never so much as broken a plate in his life. Skating over to the penalty box is number 10, Philippe Savoy. Youngstown 0 for 1 on the power play. Back to the man advantage here with 2:20 left in the first. Young, Burchill, Serrato, Clark, and McLaughlin out here on the top power play unit for Youngstown. Different looking special teams alignment with Zach Marin and Sasha Boumedian at the World U17 Challenge. Youngstown controls the drop. Burchill, right point. Behind him for McLaughlin. Shot! Scores! Braden Clark, the redirect in front. Youngstown leads 2-1. Time of the goal, 17:49 for Braden Clark, his third goal of the season. Took all of 9 seconds of power play time there for Youngstown. So it would be, I believe, Clark from Burchill and McLaughlin. Finn's second point of the year and Burchill's second point of the night. Face-off controlled by Youngstown. And they'll send it into the TC zone, into the right wing corner. Clark takes his man to the boards, pops up the wall, kept at the point by Lieberman. Shot off of Veronin and wide of the cage. Out to center it comes, into the zone. Comes Posthumous into the blue paint, off the pads of Artuskevich. Bounces to Clark, fed up the middle to Veronin. Veronin on the breakaway. Shot, pad save. Veronin looking 5-hole, and it was there. Shot just a little offline. Lieberman at the right point. Tried to send it down low, but that's off the stick of, I think, Alexander Bales, or maybe AJ Lacroix, and into the meshing. 93 seconds left in the first period. Phantoms with the 2-1 lead. Division 6 playoffs. Region 21, Mogador 15, Pie Valley 8. Division 7 playoffs, Western Reserve 7, Lowville nothing. I want to thank Dave Ferris for keeping the text chain up to date. As here, Young wins the draw. To the point for Pittner, his shot blocked wide of the cage. Gunty looking for the rebound, tried to feed it up to the point, past Osborne, and down the ice it goes. Pittner hustling back for it, your reigning USHL defenseman of the week after his 6-point performance in the 3 games last weekend. Into the zone, Ronaldo bodies up with Lukashevich. Constance trying to pry it free, but it will be Lukashevich bringing it to the corner, and he'll leave it for Constance to carry around the net to the near side. Fed up the middle, bumped off a stick into Gunty, but his shot is blocked. Back up to the point, fanning on the pass was Young, and it's fed ahead by the Storm, but icing, offside? Icing, gotta be. 51.7 left in the first. Fans with the 2-1 lead. Shorthanded goal by Burchill. Power play goal by Clark. Dorado to take the draw. He'll be flanked by Botterill and Burchill. Like it'll be Machu and Wilson on the back end. Botterill sets up in the shotgun. Face off one cleanly. Botterill, Machu, shot wide of the cage. Burchill was there in front, maybe looking for that redirect. Now here it's Wilson from the point. His shot blocked. Out to Machu, right point. He'll float it down low, look to start the cycle. Lukashevich battles against Burchill. Botterill came in to support, but played away to Conley in the right corner, and he'll lift it out to center. Simpson couldn't handle it as it bounced to Machu, then Wilson. 27 seconds left in this first period. 2-1 Youngstown. Botterill to the line for Serrato. Ran into McEwen. Turned over to Burchill in the corner. Up to the point for Wilson. Right point, Machu. Center point, Wilson. Left circle, Burchell. Center point, Wilson. Machu wasn't looking for the pass as it comes into the corner. 5 seconds left in the period. Botterill up the wall. Lifted out to center by Tri-City, and that will do it for the first period of play. Tri-City got the opening goal off the stick of Cambriere on the first shot of the game, but the next two goals belong to the Youngstown Phantoms. A shorthanded goal unassisted by Mikey Burchell, and then a power play goal by Braden Clark, and the Youngstown Phantoms have a 2-1 lead at the end of 20 minutes. Shots on goal 12-7 in favor of Youngstown. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a 3-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
To buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring unique and progressive unique signage and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the first intermission report. At the end of 20 minutes of play, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 2-1 lead over the Tri-City Storm. Shots on goal from that first period, 12-7 in favor of Youngstown. 1:53 into the game, Tri-City got the opening goal on their first shot of the game. It was Cameron Briere with his fourth of the season. Ryan Smith and Charlie Kinsman with the helpers. Youngstown tied it with a shorthanded goal at 9:48, a steal and score by Mikey Burchell, his fifth goal of the season. As a Tri-City defender, I think it might have been Sean McEwen, was trying to pass it ahead. Burchell reached out, stole the pass, danced around his man, and then ripped it past Cameron Corprew to knot things up at 1. And then at 17:49, a power play goal for Youngstown. Just 9 seconds into their power play was Braden Clark with his third of the season, scoring on the redirect. Assist to Mikey Burchell and Finn McLaughlin. And that is how we have our 2-1 Youngstown lead. The penalties in the first period. At 9:25, Braden Clark was called for hooking. At 12:31, Carmelo Crandall was called for cross-checking. And at 17:40, Philippe Blaise Savoy called for cross-checking, and that is the penalty that led to the Braden Clark power play goal. Cameron Corpy has stopped 10 out of 12. Owen Bartoskevich has stopped 6 out of 7. Tri-City power play 0 for 1. Youngstown power play 1 for 2. We're going to go ahead and step aside for another 4-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
2 men in a truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Get a me drain. Get a me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get a me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center during the intermission report. Phantoms lead 2-1 over Tri-City. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. This is the only USHL game currently underway. Later tonight, in fact, I guess probably getting underway in the next 15 or 20 minutes, Muskegon will be in Des Moines to take on the Buccaneers. Green Bay travels down to Chicago as the Steel try to break their 9-game winless streak. Battle of the two teams currently in first place in each conference as Dubuque travels up north to take on Fargo. Omaha looking for their 9-game winless streak to be broken, but they are in Madison to take on the Capitals. Cedar Rapids will take on Sioux City, and Lincoln will do battle with Sioux Falls. Over to the NHL scoreboard, the Flyers currently with a 3-0 lead at the first intermission against the Buffalo Sabres as Philly outshot Buffalo 9-4 in the first period. Only 2 NHL games tonight. And the other one will be getting underway in the next 15 or 20 minutes. New Jersey will be in St. Louis to take on the Blues. Get you some high school football scores. Danville leads Springfield 16-0 in the second quarter. Mineral Ridge leads Rootstown 7-0 at the half. Sharon up 14-0 over Fairview second quarter. Grove City up 13-0 over Fort LeBoeuf second quarter. Hickory with a 7-6 lead over General McLean. Also second quarter, Warren Harding with a 14-7 lead over Hudson. Lake Catholic with a 14-0 lead over Niles. Poland leads Struthers 3-0. South Range up over Ridgewood 14-0. Cuyahoga Heights with a 13-0 lead on United. Ursuline with a 9-7 lead on Canfield. Walsh Jesuit with a 17-7 lead on Austintown Fitch. West Branch with a 14-7 lead over Streetsboro. And Lowellville leads Western Reserve 14-0. Having trouble getting the college hockey scoreboard to load. Okay, here we go. Canisius with a 3-1 lead over Holy Cross. RIT and Army knotted at a goal apiece. Air Force and Niagara scoreless at the first intermission. AIC and Bentley knotted up at 1, 2 minutes into the second. Lake Superior with a 3-1 lead over Bemidji State. Northern Michigan and St. Thomas will drop the puck in the next 20 minutes. Dartmouth beats Quinnipiac in a shootout. Howard and Princeton tied at 2 at the first intermission. Colgate and Brown tied at 1 at the first intermission. RPI up 3-1 on Union at the first intermission. Cornell and Yale knotted at a goal apiece. First intermission. Providence and New Hampshire scoreless at the first intermission. 2 minutes into the second at Merrimack. Maine's up 1-0. Vermont with a 3-0 lead on UConn. No score updates from Boston College, UMass Lowell. Northeastern and UMass scoreless halfway through the first. Getting underway later, Western Michigan and Omaha. Miami will be in Minnesota to take on St. Cloud State. Colorado College will take on cross-state rival Denver. In the Big Ten, Michigan State with a 2-0 lead over Ohio State. Getting underway in the next 10 minutes, Michigan and Wisconsin. Some non-conference action, Nodak and Boston University knotted at 1. Augustana with a 4-2 lead over Michigan Tech. And who would have seen this coming from the Vikings? 3-2-1 in the first 6 games of their Division I existence, including a win over number 2 Denver. St. Lawrence with a 2-0 lead over Ferris State. Bowling Green with a 3-1 lead over Mercyhurst. Minnesota Duluth and Minnesota probably getting underway in the next 10 minutes. Later tonight, Stonehill will be at Arizona State, and Alaska Anchorage will be taking on Alaska Fairbanks. That'll do it for our out-of-town scoreboard and the first intermission report. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the intermission. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, second period action between Tri-City and Youngstown here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Passion. Development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey.
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Cavelli Center for the start of the second period. Phantoms with the 2-1 lead over the Tri-City Storm. First period goals belonging to Cambriere, Mikey Burchell, and Brayden Clark. Phantoms when leading after one 4-0, 1-0. Tri-City when trailing after one 0-3. You can roll for initiative. Second period's underway. Youngstown controls the draw. Pittner ahead off of Burchell's going to roll the left wing corner looking for Botterill. But McEwen wedged him off, got the puck ahead to Nizimeyev. Stolen at center beautifully by Charlie Serrato. What a play. Pittner to Botterill in the neutral zone. Chipped into the zone, but played away by Blaise Savoy. Out at center, Burchell strong on his stick. Got it to Botterill, to Serrato. Tried to slip it through the 5-hole. Corby made the save. Did Serrato get hooked? Beautiful move there by Charlie as he walked down the middle. But heading to the box will be Sean McEwen. Youngstown right back to the power play. Just 29 seconds into the second period. Second period presented by CSL Plasma. And as Serrato came right down the middle, did look like there was some room down the 5-hole. Beautiful feed by Ryan Botterill to get it to Serrato. Youngstown power play 1 for 2 tonight. Scored on their last attempt. Road to take the draw against Clark. And Clark won the draw. Battle along the wall. Young trying to pry it away from Lukashevich. Road up to the point, but kept by McLaughlin. Finn walks the line, gives it over to Burchell. Mikey, shot, hit. Braden Clark in front. Burchell trying to pick the top corner. McLaughlin, half slapper, blocked in the slot by Falloon. Cleared to the point, kept by McLaughlin. Finn down the wall to Serrato. Charlie fed it right in front, redirected on net by Clark, saved by Corpy. Burchell to the rebound. This power play just looks different with Charlie Serrato on the ice. McLaughlin sauces across to Serrato, down the left wall. Through Grant Young, off the near wall, hustling, trying to keep it alive was Burchell. Played to the wall by Constant. Second effort, he will backhand it down the ice. Rolls in on Bartoskevich. He'll set it up for McLaughlin. Phantom's going to go and bring the second power play unit out. Finn skating ahead. Tried to drop it back for Burchell. Pass was offline. Mikey able to gather it in. Pass Briere to the red line. And then to Botterill into the zone. Veronin battled for it on the left wall. Came to Lacroix. Cleared to the line by Briere. Kept by Wilson. Botterill. Left circle. Ryan shot. Side of the net. Off the stick of Attila. Don't think it ever got in on Corpy. Kinsman to the rebound. Able to play it out to center off the stick of Lacroix. Briere dropped it back for Lacroix. A little 2-on-2 developing as Lacroix got the shot away. Stopped by Bartoskevich. Ronan ahead. Spins away from the forecheck of Trevor Conley. 20 seconds left on the power play. Ronan into the zone down the left side. Kuzma. Hard around the boards. Through Patilla. And to Pittner. Back around the wall. Blaze Savoy to Smith. Couldn't clear. Comes back to Blaze Savoy. He'll carry ahead. 3-on-2 for the Storm. In fact, 4-on-2 now. As Torrey Pittner is going to get called for tripping. As Trevor Conley tried to duck around him, left his leg just kind of hanging out there. And Torrey Pittner took it out as he skated toward the puck. Tri-City, in the meantime, is back to full strength. So no 4-on-4 here. We're going straight to an Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Not in love with the call by referee Christopher Rumble. Face off to the right of Bartoskevich. Tri-City 0 for 1 on the power play. Beckner to take the draw against Clark. Braden won the draw to Doharo. Sends it around the dasher. Hustling over to keep it at the right side was Conley. Down the wall to Rossi. Near point, Smith. Side of the cage. Beckner tried Simpson. He tried a backhander. Glove saved by Bartoskevich, and he'll hang on. As it's Beckner, Rossi, Connolly. Simpson and McEwen. Brecken Smith and Adam Patilla come on to kill the penalty. Looks like Doharo, maybe Machu on the back end. As Tri-City controls the draw. McEwen over to Conley, top of the right circle. Top of the left circle now for Beckner. Fed down low to Simpson. Back to Beckner. Up to the line for McEwen. Top of the right circle for Conley. Fed toward the cage as they were looking for the tip-in by Simpson. Stopped up by Bartoskevich. Youngstown plays it into the neutral zone, and they come 2-on-1. Patilla tried to go inside out on McEwen, who left his leg out there. Patilla probably could have drawn a tripping call had he tried. But back into the zone comes Conley. Center point, McEwen. Right circle for Rossi. Halfway home here on the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Trevor Conley. Behind the cage. Fed it up the middle. McEwen couldn't hold it. It bounces out to center. Lots of mustard on that pass from Conley. Looks like the power play unit's going to head off here for Tri-City for a line change. Rossi into the zone. Cross-ice feed for a shot that's stopped by Bartoskevich. Rebound not cleared. Back for Conley. His shot off a body and into the meshing. 44 seconds left in the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. 16-13 left in the second. 2-1 Youngstown. Shots on goal 13-11 in favor of the Phantoms. Of course, this second period is presented by CSL Plasma. Face-off won by Youngstown. They'll get the clear. I believe that was Serrato on the face-off win for Youngstown. Corpy away from Birchall, found Nizimayev. To Smith, red line and blue. Chip back to Nizimayev. Tried to feed it in front. Pass was deflected nicely by Lieberman. Came off the back of the net. Loose behind the cage. Picked up by Youngstown. They'll sauce it down the ice. Off the stick of Lukasevich at center. He'll spin it around the cage to the near side. Fire ahead to Nizimayev. Skate the stick. Cross the logo to Smith. Into the zone. Back to Nizimayev. Behind the cage. Watched by Lieberman. In the corner off of Road. Couldn't play cleanly. Taken away by Osborne. Sends it around the kick plate and out to center. Out of the box comes Torrey Pittner. Be careful he didn't get an interference call as Nizimayev was right in front of the box. But the treat has been preserved for Youngstown as Osborne brings it into the zone. To Young. To Serrato. Through the low slot. Osborne was right there, but Serrato couldn't find his stick. Coming ahead is Falloon. Cuts the middle. Got the shot away. Glove save. Rebound loose. Swept away by Wilson. Keown, his shot, hit a body in front, never gone in on Bardo. Osborne to the rebound. Up the far wall. Picked up by Ronaldo. He'll skate to neutral. From the official's crease, he chips it past Harper into the TC zone. Keown spins away from Young. But Ronaldo poked the puck away from behind, but Rhodes going to get to it before Young can, and he'll clear it out to center. Machi looks over his shoulder as he took the bump from Crandall. Played ahead to Lacroix. Off a body at center. Back to Machu, now into the zone for Ronaldo. Sam centering feed, blocked off by Harper. Came right back to him, but Harper able to play it out to center. Wilson, D to Machu. Ripped off the blocker of Corpy. This is going to stay in play. Ronaldo gloved it into the corner. Posthumous. Played it to Keown up the middle, looking for Crandall. Wilson got a stick on that, but it came back to Lacroix. Couldn't find Posthumous as he gets bodied up at the line. Puck rolls behind the cage. Bartoskevich plays into the corner. Cleared up the middle off the stick of Young and out to center. Gunny got slashed. Don't think the penalty is going to be called as Tri-City has it in their own zone. Played back out to center off Crandall and into the Youngstown end. Storm off for a change. 13:50 left in the second. 2-1 Youngstown. Ahead off of Hunter Ramos to Rasinski. Couldn't find Miles Gunty at the line. He'll roll to the right wing corner. Bales plays it over to Kinsman. Out to center. DeHaro took his man out. No icing here. McLaughlin hustling back for it. Played it off the end wall. Came to Bartoskevich into the corner for Ramos. Hunter backhands it across to McLaughlin. Out at center for Birchall. Check that. That's Chua. Tried to play it back to Rasinski. Took an elbow, and that is going to be a penalty on Tri-City. Actually, high stick going to be the call. Youngstown to the power play on the other side of this immediate timeout. 13:18 left in the second. 2-1 Youngstown. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center. 13:18 left in the second. Phantoms lead 2-1 heading back to the power play. Fourth attempt at it tonight. 1 for 3 so far. As Alexander Bales in the box for high sticking. Clark to take the draw against Road. As McEwen and Serrato get a talking to from linesman Thomas Dockery. Face-off won cleanly by Clark, but poked out the center by Falloon. Falloon flying down the ice. Got the shot away, he scored! My goodness, August Falloon, an absolute ripper. Right past Bartoskevich for the shorthanded goal. 6 seconds, all it took from the drop of the puck for the unassisted goal by Falloon. We're tied at 2. Falloon's 8th goal of the season. As Clark won the draw cleanly, but didn't have a ton of steam on it. Unable to get to it in time was McLaughlin, and Burchell, as he was trying to get back into defensive position. Looked like maybe Falloon might have used him as a little bit of a screen. But that's a shot your goaltender's got to stop. Just a wrister from the top of the circle. Falloon beat him clean. Youngstown wins the draw. They'll carry ahead. Clark into the zone to Serrato. Over to Young. Shot, glove save by Corpy. Rebound. Actually, it looks like maybe Grant Young got upended there in the middle, and Youngstown's going to get a 5-on-3 here. Heading to the box, Sean McEwen. I saw Grant Young get upended. Didn't see, however, what the infraction might have been. As right now, actually, referee Christopher Rumble wants to talk it over with his crew. And they're going to send Sean McEwen to the locker room. Now I want to look at the hit. Oh my! McEwen barking at the linesman. Dockery's just giving him an unsportsmanlike conduct. Oh, that's a knee. That's what that is. That's a dangerous hit by Sean McEwen. A 5-minute major for kneeing to Sean McEwen. And now I think he's also gotten 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. So Youngstown going to get a full 94 seconds in the 5-on-3. And we'll see what happens. Otherwise, I think at the very least, McEwen's night is done. But what a turn of events here. As Tri-City, 6 seconds into the power play for Youngstown, got a shorthanded goal. Beautiful play by August Falloon. But here, Youngstown need to see if they can get a 5-on-3 goal, get this momentum right back. Because it might stay 5-on-3 if they... So they put the 2-minute up. That's probably the unsportsmanlike conduct minor. And then the 5-minute major, I don't know if that's going to run concurrently. Oh, man, there's too much going on here for my brain. So I think McEwen, I don't think he can serve both the unsportsmanlike conduct and the major concurrently. Of course, this happened to the Phantoms at their last home game. They killed off part of a 5-on-3 on a double minor. But then when Madison scored early on in it, it stayed a 5-on-3 because 2 minutes hadn't expired off the double minor yet. So I wonder if we might see that same kind of situation here as our linesman and referee Christopher Rumble are talking it over with timekeeper Alex Rusu, who of course has to try to get everything right up on the board and make sure that he understands what's going on. Because as with most hockey rinks, there's only room for 2 penalties on the board. Only 1 goal here in the second period, and again, it came just 26 seconds of game time ago. Sorry, 20 seconds of game time ago. August Falloon, unassisted, His 8th of the season, this one shorthanded. Second shorthanded goal allowed on the season by Youngstown. First shorthanded goal of the season for Tri-City. So it looks like maybe Posthumous is coming over to serve one of the penalties. Okay, so they have 7 minutes on the board to Sean McEwen. And I think that penalty is being served by Luke Posthumous. As linesman Jordan Stachelski and referee Christopher Rumble talking things over with Ryan Ward. All right, so for Sean McEwen, 5 minutes for kneeing, 2 minutes for abuse of officials, and a game misconduct. His night is done, and I can't imagine he will be participating tomorrow either. For the most part, the USHL takes a very dismal view on abuse of officials. All right, we're going to take our media timeout. 12:52 left in the second period. We're tied at 2. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Cavelli Center. We were early going to the media timeout. They took it a little late here at the Cavelli Center. Finally, they got the note to the PA announcer, and the teams are just now breaking their huddles. Text message back from Studio Central from my engineer, Dave Ferris. Do we know what's going on? No, absolutely no idea. There are 7 minutes on the board to Sean McEwen, 134. Still on the board to the high sticking call for Alexander Bales. So my guess is the two minors will run concurrently, and then when this 134 ticks off, I don't know. I have no clue. We'll see what happens as Youngstown wins the draw. McLaughlin walks the line, gives it up to Grant Young, top of the left circle. Back over to McLaughlin. Phantoms are in a 5-on-3 here. Serrato, McLaughlin, Young. To Burchill. Mikey to Young. Couldn't feed it in front. Back to Burchill. To McLaughlin, thought about the shot. Serrato couldn't fire. The one-timer wasn't in his wheelhouse. Serrato. Burchill. One-timer off the shoulder of Corby into the meshing. "33 seconds just for Youngstown to get a shot away there in the 5-on-3. Ticket executive Tyrell Rogers in the booth. Great to see Tyrell as always. For all your Phantoms tickets needs, 330-747-PUCK, extension 4. That's 330-747-7825. Great seats available for Military Appreciation Night tomorrow. Be sure to call and ask for Tyrell. Youngstown wins the draw, but Braden Clark eluded his point man. Youngstown will have to retreat to center. McLaughlin behind him to Burchell. Mikey into the zone, behind him to Young. Center point McLaughlin. Spin to Young. Left corner for Burchell. Mikey brings it back up top. Center point for McLaughlin. Serrato, one-timer, ripped it high and wide. Off the corner boards, bounced to Falloon, who played it out to center. Stopped up immediately by McLaughlin, so it did not go the length of the ice as he plays it to Serrato. Behind him to Burchell. 26 seconds left in the 5-on-3, I think. Young to McLaughlin, top of the left circle, skate center. Serrato, goal line extended. Carries back up top. Charlie, wrister right to the glove of Corpy. No traffic, no rebound, no problem. 12 seconds left. Again, I think a 5-on-3. Because I really have no idea how they are assessing the penalties to Sean McEwen, other than that knowing his night is done. Confusing situation, 8 years play-by-play, never seen something like that happen. Here, Patilla to take the draw. I believe against Conley. Face-off warning on Patilla. Face-off won by Conley over to the far wall, but it's going to be kept in by Jack Wilson. Center point for Vernalo. For Wilson, one-timer, ripped it wide of the cage. Hard off the end wall, settled on the back of the net. Gunty played it over to Botterill. All right, out of the box comes Bales. It's a 5-on-4. Phantoms, I think, are on the major power play here. Pittner, harassed by Conley, kept it at the line to Wilson. Up to the point for Pittner. Point to point over to Botterill. Bots left circle, shot, Corpy, save, rebound, pumped wide of the cage by Gunty, and Conley will clear it off of Pittner and down the ice. Gunty touches it to Botterill. Got wedged off by Kinsman, cleared to the line, kept by Wilson. Point to point over to Pittner. Back up to Wilson, watched by Rode. Wilson. Across looking for Botterill as he cut through. Pass didn't click. Bots had it knocked away by Smith and out to center. Pittner behind him to Botterill. Cross-ice feed to Wilson. Jack into the zone. Chips it to the end wall. Kinsman got a touch on it, but Botterill stopped it. Tried to feed it up to a crashing Mikey Burchell. Pass didn't click. It came out the center for McLaughlin. Youngstown trying to get the top power play unit back out as it's played ahead to Patilla. 4 minutes left in the major penalty. Patilla couldn't cut to the net. Cut off by Blaise Savoy. Up to Burchell. Tried to play it over to McLaughlin. Hustling over, trying to keep it. He did. Played around to Patilla. Shoveled near side for Burchell. Rode able to get it away from him, however, and played out to center. Right there is McLaughlin, backpedaling into his own zone. Finn drops it behind him for Burchell. Mikey plays it to left wing corner, goes after it. Kinsman, a little early on the hit there, but he's able to get the puck away and clear it down the ice. Defenseman off for Tri-City. 3:23 left in the power play. McLaughlin drops it back for Burchell. Head to the line. Young plays it to the end wall. Hustling after Wisconsin. Plays it around the window. Chip past Charlie Serrato by Briere. And down in the Youngstown end. McLaughlin back for it once more. Top power play unit having a little trouble getting set up here for Youngstown. As it's played ahead for Serrato. Chip to Clark, but Lukashevich played it away from Serrato. And back to the Youngstown line. McLaughlin drops it back for, I believe that's Torrey Pittner. Second power play unit cycling back on for Youngstown. Serrato had it poked away, but unable to hustle after it was Conley. Played out to center. Constance played it away from Veronin and back into the Youngstown zone. Halfway home here on the major power play for Youngstown. Still struggling to get set up here. In the zone comes Osborne. Floats it over to Patilla. Spins away from Lukashevich and Conley. Up to the line for Pittner. Center point. Osborne, shot blocked. Came to Botterill. Fed across to Pittner. His shot, little changeup right to the glove of Cameron Corpy. He'll hang on.
We'd like to thank practice partnering with your Youngstown fans. And if you are
8 minutes exactly left in the second period. We're tied at 2. Major power play here for Youngstown. Patillo wins the faceoff. Pittner down the wall to Veronin. Back up to Pittner. Torrey, center point for Osborne. To Pittner, top of the right circle. Shot redirected by Patillo wide. Rebound to Keown, and second ever cleared to the line. Kept nicely by Osborne, I'm sorry. Played over to Pittner. Right circle. Pittner, shot right to the belly of Corpy. No rebounds. Sam's going to cycle the top power play unit back on. Shots on goal 18-13. I believe that's 6-6 here in the period. Face-off controlled by Tri-City, and they clear it down the ice. Bartoskevich slows it down and sets it up for McLaughlin. Finn drops it back for Burchell. To Serrato into the zone. Fed across to Braden Clark in the middle of the box. To McLaughlin to Serrato down the left wall. Back to the point for McLaughlin. To Burchell, his shot blocked. Back to McLaughlin. Shot! Score! Redirected again by Braden Clark. Second power play goal of the game for Braden Clark. Fourth of the season. Youngstown leads 3-2. Time of the goal, 12:51. As I think that's going to be Clark from McLaughlin and maybe Burchell. I think Tri-City's just trying to figure out how many skaters they're going to have, supposed to have on the ice. Did the major tick off first? Did the minor tick off first? Are we back to even strength? This has been the confusion the whole time for me. As again, just a situation I've never seen before. All right, so it looks like the major power play is what expired first. And so what was being served was the minor for abuse of officials, and we're now back to even strength, if you can follow all of that. Take pity on my interns, Brendan and Selena, trying to keep social media up to date right now. Follow the Phantoms on Instagram and Twitter, at Youngstown, or I guess Instagram and Facebook is at Youngstown Phantoms. On X, we are at Y-Town Phantoms. As Tri-City controls the draw, plays it into the Youngstown zone. DeHaro spins away from his man, takes a bump from Beckner as he plays it up the near side. Mucking it up near the top of the left circle. Will squirt down to Lieberman. Played around to DeHaro. Pinching in to keep it alive is Constance. Bumped by Ramos. DeHaro shoves it along. Plays Savoy pinching on the play. Trevor Conley tried to feed it to Simpson as he was crashing down the slot. Broken up by Youngstown. Poked out to center by Rusinski. Fan's going to bring it back ahead. DeHaro fanned on his clearing attempt, and I think we have an offside here on the forecheck on the Tri-City Storm. 6:31 left in the second period. Second period presented by Safehold. Beckner to take the draw against Smith. Tri-City with control. Battle at the Youngstown line. Fans push it back out to center to the stick of Trevor Conley. Conley into the zone. Trying to make a move. He lost his footing. Luke Osborne going to be called for a trip. Sorry, the official was not in position to even make that call as played out to center off a Youngstown stick, but no possession yet for Youngstown, as Corpy's on the bench for the extra attacker. Simpson, right down the middle, got the shot away, glove save, Bartoskevich. Youngstown back to the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill, and they're going to call holding on Luke Osborne. As I just got to look at the replay, and don't know how you can hold somebody without touching him, but with it. 6 minutes exactly left in the second period. Beckner to take the draw against Braden Clark, who has 2 goals here tonight. Face-off won by Clark, picked up by the Phantoms and cleared down the ice. Right in on goal, Corpy sets it up. Had to play away quickly from Adam Patilla. Goes out to center for Rossi, bumped over to Beckner. Into the zone to Simpson, shot wide of the cage. Off the corner boards, kept by Rossi, back to the point for Conley. Floated over to Constance. Top of the left circle for Beckner. Down low looking for Simpson. Side of the cage is going to come over to the near wall. Conley behind him to Constance. Left side for Beckner. Down low for Simpson. Right corner for Rossi. Right point for Conley. 1:20 left on the power play. Conley's shot blocked. Rebound. Rossi battles for it, as does Braden Clark. Left half wall, Clark poked away from his man and out to center. They got him. Patilla may have helped out with that as well, but Youngstown could not get it all the way down the ice, only able to get one fresh body on, and that is Grant Young on in exchange for Adam Patilla, as a 10-bell save there by Owen Bartoskevich, as Conley, a beautiful feed to a man cutting in front. Believe that was Simpson. Right circle, Rossi fed to the back door, went through to the wrap for a man behind the cage, looking for a wrap around there, but could not click. Now here it's Smith. His shot blocked by Braden Clark. Able to wedge him off. Floated over to the top of the right circle for Conley. 35 seconds left in the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Conley's pass picked off by Youngstown and cleared down the ice by a very tired Torrey Pittner. Constance trying to get away from the forecheck of Grant Young. Played it to Rode. 20 seconds left on the kill for Youngstown. Smith, run over by Miles Gunty, able to get back up and keep control of the puck. Played ahead to the line. Battle for it there. Nizimayev chips it down the right wall, but Lieberman got there and backhanded it back out the center. 5 seconds left in the holding call to Luke Osborne. And now out of the box comes Osborne. The tree has been preserved. Youngstown, I believe, 3 for 3 on the penalty kill as Serrato plays it into the TC zone. Corpy, left corner for Kinsman. Out to center off of Nizimayev. Couldn't bounce it to Smith. Burchell to Botterill. Stolen by Nizimayev. Open ice for Lukashevich. Red line in blue into the zone. He'll dump it to the right wing corner. Nizimayev, first one there. Carries behind the cage. Double team by Harlan Lieberman up to the point for Lukashevich. Tried to pump it back down low. Lieberman stopped it up but couldn't clear. Loose at the half wall. Serrato couldn't clear. Over to Kinsman. Faked the shot, then took it. Missed it wide. Off of Nizimayev and into the right corner. Nizimayev, right circle. Still with it. Faked the shot. Loose on the half wall, picked up by Botterill. Played ahead to Serrato. Penalty upcoming, I believe, on Tri-City. Yes, penalty upcoming on the Storm, as there was some monkey business behind the play. Tripping is the call on Ryan Smith. Time of the penalty, 17:02, and Youngstown will head back to the man advantage. 2 power play goals on the night. Believe 2 for 6. Have to take a look at that at the intermission. Shots on goal for the game, 21-15 in favor of Youngstown. That's 9 in the period for the Phantoms and 8 for Tri-City. 1 goal each way. Falloon shorthanded. Clark power play. As here the faceoff won by Lacroix, but Kuzma Veronin stole the puck from Constance in the corner. Fed it through Pittner, but kept at the point by Wilson. Back down the wall to Pittner. Torrey, right half, back up to Wilson. Far point for Botterill. Bots into the left circle. Shot, score! He may not know karate, but he knows crazy. Ryan Botterill with the power play goal. His 6th goal of the season. Youngstown leads by 2. It's 4-2. Time of the goal, 17:21. So I think that's 19 seconds of power play time for Youngstown, all that one took. Cameron Corby had Adam Patilla in his kitchen. Was barking at the official about something, but I don't see that Patilla touched Corby at all. Face-off won by Beckner. Keown out to center, now drop back to Bales. Tri-City in their own zone, trying to start the attack. Played into the Youngstown end. Bartoskevich sends it around the wall to the far side. Osborne stolen in the corner. Couldn't play it up to Ramos. Nice steal there by Beckner. Now Ramos, second effort off the window, down the ice. Not enough steam on this one for icing. Keown away from Smith to the line. Stolen by Ramos. Nice forecheck job there by Hunter. Played down low for Smith. Off the end wall to himself to spin away from Bales. Shoveled up the near side, but good stick by Keown to get at least to the line, and now it is played out to center by Bales. Chipped ahead for Rozzi. Tried a centering feed, but that's stolen by Machu. Played to the far wall. Ramos got it, played it to the line, and unable to keep was Jake Rozzi. Backhanded in the zone by Tri-City, it's Conley. Fed to Beckner, couldn't get the shot away as the pass was on his backhand. Machu fed it softly up the wall, kept by Falloon. His dump in went right to the stick of Machu. Out to center for Ramos. Hunter into the zone to throw it around the dasher and then hustle off for a line change. Lukashevich out to center to Trevor Conley, who got around his man. Centering feed blocked off by Youngstown. Second effort on the centering feed. Harper couldn't take the pass. Tripped the man but got away with it. Phantoms played into the zone. Rusinski shot, Corpy save, and the rebound played past Sam Rinaldo. Falloon off the window out to center, 2-on-1 developing. Briere ahead. Briere made a move, couldn't get the shot away. Smith through Briere to Jack Wilson. Less than a minute remaining in the period. In fact, 40 seconds now. Fading on the clearing pass was Wilson. I think another penalty upcoming on Tri-City. No, penalty upcoming on Youngstown, my mistake. Kinsman carries ahead. And brought it into the zone. There's the touch by Rusinski. Cross check going to be the call. Not sure who the guilty party is. Looks like maybe Machu. So time of the penalty on Machu. I think 1939. Phantoms back to the Adams Street Preservation penalty kill. Hopefully for the remainder of this period. Road going to take the draw against Burchell. Burchell, Serrato, Osborne, and Pittner. Face-off warning on Mikey. As Burchell wins the draw, Pittner taken down as he tried to clear. Did get it around to the far corner. Serrato chips it up the wall, found Burchell. 10 seconds left, but Burchell couldn't carry it into the zone. Snapped ahead to the line. Into the zone comes Rhodes. 7 seconds left in the period. Rhodes got across the net mouth. Couldn't get the shot away. Picked up by Serrato. Cleared down the ice. And that will do it for the second period of play. We opened with a shorthanded goal by August Falloon, but goals for Youngstown on the power play by Braden Clark and Ryan Botterill have given the Phantoms a 4-2 lead. Shots on goal, 22-16 in favor of Youngstown. That is 10 in the second period for Youngstown and 9 for the Tri-City Storm. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a 4-minute timeout. And when we come back, we will have the intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
This prize is what you could win on the new $5 Wheel of Fortune scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery. There's only one letter missing at the end of BIGMONE. Why, yes, the answer is big money. $100,000 big money. And if you don't win, you can enter for a chance to attend a Wheel of Fortune live taping where you could win more big prizes. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly. Wheel of Fortune is a trademark of Califon Productions.
Two men in a truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call Two Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Oh Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Youngstown Pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
Back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Cavelli Center for the second intermission report. At the end of 40 minutes to play, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 4-2 lead over the Tri-City Storm. Shots on goal 22-16 through 40. Youngstown outshoots Tri-City 10-9 in the second period. Phantoms came into that second period with a 2-1 lead, but Tri-City got the opening goal of the second. Shorthanded goal for August Falloon, unassisted, as Youngstown actually won the faceoff to begin the power play, but Braden Clark's faceoff win kind of died between his point man at the blue line. Falloon poked it around Finn McLaughlin and chased it down at center. Mikey Burchell got back and was just about to settle into defensive position when Falloon ripped a wrister from the top of the right circle, and it beat Bartoskevich clean for Falloon, his 8th goal of the season. That knotted things up at 2 goals apiece. Then some craziness at the 7:08 mark. Sean McEwen called for kneeing given a 5-minute major and a game misconduct for that kneeing penalty. And then as he was exiting the ice, he was barking at linesman Thomas Dockery, who gave him the old technical foul, 2 minutes for abuse of officials. So McEwen got 17 minutes of penalty time on the play, and Youngstown would head to a 5-on-3 for 94 seconds. Couldn't convert on that. With, I think, a minute 17 remaining, as actually the major penalty went by the wayside as well. So they were trying to attack on the abuse of officials minor. It was Braden Clark scoring on the redirect for his second of the game, fourth of the season. And Youngstown was up 3-2. Another power play goal for Youngstown. Ryan Botterill wrists one in from the left circle, his sixth of the season. Adam Patilla and Jack Wilson with the assists. And that is how Youngstown got to the 4-2 score. Youngstown power play is 3 for 7. Tri-City power play 0 for 4, but they are in the middle of that fourth power play. There's a minute and 40 seconds left on, I believe, was it cross-checking on Tomesh Machu. Cameron Corpy has stopped 18 out of 22. Owen Bartoskevich has stopped 14 out of 16. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a 3-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now. 330-758-5031.
To buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Inside the Covelli Center, have Nate Lewis visiting us up here. Great to see Nate as his shoulder is on the mend. Phantoms lead here 4-2 as we are in the second intermission report. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll start in the USHL. Des Moines with a surprising 3-1 lead on the Muskegon Lumberjacks at the end of the first period. Chicago with an even more surprising 2-1 lead on the Green Bay Gamblers at the end of the first, as Chicago looking to snap their 9-game winless streak, steal 1-8-1 on the season. Dubuque and Fargo scoreless at the end of the first. Omaha with a 1-0 lead on Madison as they look to snap their 9-game winless streak. Sioux City up 2-0 on Cedar Rapids at the first intermission, and Sioux Falls with a 1-0 lead on the Lincoln Stars at the first intermission. And only 2 NHL games tonight. In the third period, 3 minutes in, the Flyers have a 4-1 lead over the Sabres, and it's the first intermission in St. Louis. The Devils and the Blues are scoreless. Over to college hockey. Canisius gets the 5-3 win over Holy Cross. RIT up 2-1 on Army. Black Knights looking for their first win of the season. Air Force and Niagara knotted up at a goal apiece. Bentley up 2-1 over AIC halfway through the third period. Bemidji State and Lake Superior knotted up at 3 in the third. St. Thomas with a 2-1 lead over Northern Michigan. Earlier today, Dartmouth downed Quinnipiac in a shootout. Princeton with a 3-2 lead over Harvard. First game of the year for the Tigers. Colgate and Brown knotted up at 2 apiece. RPI with a 6-5 lead over Union 1 minute into the third period. Cornell with a 2-1 lead over Yale at the second intermission. Providence up 1-0 on New Hampshire 5 minutes into the third. Maine up 1-0 on Merrimack 8 minutes into the third. Vermont still leads UConn 3-0 5 minutes into the third. Still no updates on Boston College and UMass Lowell. Northeastern and UMass are scoreless. 2 minutes left in the second. Omaha with a 1-0 lead on Western Michigan, first intermission. St. Cloud State with a 1-0 lead over Miami 7 minutes into the first period. Getting underway in the next 15 minutes, Colorado College takes on cross-state rival Denver. Michigan State all over Ohio State 5-0 down in Columbus. Michigan and Wisconsin tied at 2. Boston University up 3-2 on Nodak. Bowling Green up 3-2 on Mercyhurst. Michigan Tech has jumped ahead of Augustana 5-4. St. Lawrence up 3-0 on Ferris State. Minnesota up 3-0 on Minnesota Duluth. Later tonight, Stonehill takes on Arizona State, and Alaska Anchorage takes on Alaska Fairbanks. 4 minutes left in the second intermission. That will wrap up our out-of-town scoreboard and the second intermission report. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, third period action between the Phantoms and Storm. Phantoms will be on the penalty kill here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
The Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Covelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the Doubletree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
To buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now. 330-758-5031.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Gavelli Center for the start of the third period. Teams just exiting the locker rooms onto the ice, take their warm-up skate. Two Phantoms. Pair of goals tonight for Braden Clark. Phantoms have a minute and 40 seconds remaining on an Adams tree preservation penalty kill. Tomash in the box for cross-checking. Phantoms been leading after two, 7-0 this year. Tri-City when trailing after two, 1-5. Second period, the best period of the season for Youngstown. Came into tonight outscoring opponents 20-12 in the second. Well, now it's 22-13. It'll be Braden Clark, I think, against Owen Beckner to get us started here in the third period. Roll for initiative. Third period's underway. Phantoms win the draw. Pittner backtracking into his own zone and sauces it down the ice. Right to the stick of Seth Constance. Played ahead to Beckner, to Constance. Drop back for Trevor Conley. Got past the stick check of Braden Clark. Got a shot away past Torrey Pittner. Ripped it wide of the cage. Popped out in front. Right to Braden Clark. He'll clear it down the ice. Back ahead comes Tri-City. Constance into the zone. Over to Simpson. Cross-ice feed to Rozzi. Jake into the corner, gives it up to Conley. Shot by Bartoskevich, made the save. Rebound still available at the side of the net. Conley and Simpson couldn't play it. It bounced from DeHaro to Pittner, who got it as far as center. Constance will pick up the bouncing puck, plays it over to Rozzi. Back ahead to the line, knocked away from Beckner, not once but twice by Torrey Pittner. As Tri-City plays it ahead here. Did they call icing? Bartoskevich came out of the blue paint to play it. I think maybe they're going to rule inadvertent whistle and leave the face-off in the Tri-City zone. Looks like they're going to drop it to the right of Bartoskevich. Serrato to take the draw against Smith. Second power play unit out. 32 seconds left on the kill for Youngstown. Smith wins the draw to Lukashevich. To Nizameyev. Couldn't quite handle it. Osborne battling for it in the right corner. He'll send it around the window. Hit a stanchion. Charlie Serrato couldn't catch up to it at center. But now Serrato had it bounce to him. He'll play it back to Lieberman to Osborne, who slosses it down the ice. 10 seconds left on the cross-check called Tomasz Maciu. Played to Charlie Lieberman into the zone, and he will just send it to the end wall. And out of the box comes Tomasz Maciu. The tree has been preserved. Falloon picks it up at his own blue line. Brings it to the red line. Couldn't get it past Sam Rinaldo, however. Floated to Young. Grant couldn't get his way through Lukashevich. As Smith plays it around to the right side. McLaughlin was pinching in on the play, but couldn't keep it alive in the zone. Tri-City played it out to center. Youngstown sent it right back in. Then will resume the forecheck. Comes around to the right side. McLaughlin keeps it at the right point. Played to Young at the half wall. Took a bump from Road. Still has the puck. Tried to get into the circle for Rinaldo, but it went up the middle, and McLaughlin couldn't hold the line. Tri-City quickly to the line change. Gunty ducked under a check as it comes to Rinaldo. Bouncing puck. Backhander. Corpy makes the save and keeps it out. Holds the rebound. 17:33 left in this third period. Third period presented by Save Hold. Another check on the high school football scoreboard. Mineral Ridge up 14-0 on Rootstown. 8 minutes left in the fourth. Danville has a 24-0 lead on Springfield. Also in the fourth quarter, looks like the Tigers' season is about to end, as losing his footing as he came to the zone was Blaze Savoy. No penalty on the play. Posthumous rips it back into the Youngstown end. Bartoskevich couldn't slow it down behind the cage. Sent down low by Grandel. Around to the right side. Kinsman wasn't at the point yet, and it squirts all the way back down into the TC end. Kinsman around his cage to the far side, plays it past Chua and out to center. Lacroix near side for Posthumous. Offside are the Storm. They'll have to touch up as Maciu plays it over to Pittner. Torrey out to center for Chua. Couldn't handle the pass cleanly. As it bounces to Crandall to knock into the zone down the near wall. Rusinski played it away from the man, sent it around the dasher. Bales pinched in to keep it alive for Tri-City, but Pittner plays it around the window. Kept at the point by Posthumous. Back down in the corner. Pittner's going to send it over the glass and out of play. And they are going to let Youngstown get a line change here. I wasn't too sure that Torrey Pittner got either glass or off a Tri-City stick there. 16:34 left in the third. Churchill will take the draw against Beckner. Mikey with a goal here tonight. Never did check on the assists from the goals in the second period as the Phantoms win the draw, cleared off the window and out to center. Botterill hustling after it. Bale spun it away from him, got it to his defensive partner Harper. Tri-City able to play it out to center, picked up right there by Maciu, however, ripped it high and wide of the cage off the end glass, came near wall for Harper, played it away to Simpson and out to center, but stolen away right there by Charlie Serrato. Great to see Charlie back on the ice after missing almost a month with an upper body injury. Machu shot on net, stick save by Corpy, rebound to Serrato. Center point, Wilson thought about the shot, over to Machu, one-timer, loosened the slot. Burchell couldn't get his stick free. And here Serrato, I think, is going to get called for interference as Tri-City comes into the zone. Conley stripped of the puck by Wilson. As Charlie Serrato stepped up on his man, and I think they're going to call him for roughing, so apparently Charlie hit him too hard. Phantoms back to the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Faceoff will be to the right of Bartoskevich. I believe this is the 4th penalty kill for Youngstown. Clark wins the draw, plays it in the corner, slapped around the window by Pittner, kept to the line by Lukashevich. Down the wall to Smith, but picked up by Braden Clark and cleared down the ice. Great work there by Braden Clark, having himself a night. Pair of goals, winning a ton of faceoffs as Tri-City comes into the zone. Lukashevich to the end wall. Around to Falloon, and then Rode. Tried to play it behind the cage. Pittner's clearing attempt hits Falloon, but bounces to Adam Patilla, who chips it past Nizameyev and out to center. Lukashevich picks it up in his own zone as Youngstown gets the forwards off the ice for a line change. Rode into the zone down the left side to Falloon, back to Rode at the half wall. Little trouble with it. He played it down low, went past Pittner, came to Lukashevich. To Smith. Fed it through the box and fanning on the one-timer did Nolan Rode, and the pass went out to center. Picked up there by Nizameyev. He'll resume the attack. Spins away from Charlie Lieberman. Drops it off for Jake Rossi. Shot Bartoskevich to save. Rebound loose in the slot. Picked up by Brecken Smith. He'll get the clear. Storm carrying it ahead. That's Trevor Conley. Shot. Saved by Bartoskevich. Rebound to DeHaro. Couldn't clear. Nice break up there by Jake Rossi. Rossi across the top of the circles. Left side now. Fed down low for Simpson. Off of the boot of Conley, came right back to Simpson. Tried to step out in front. He stuck it through the 5-hole. He scored. Cooper Simpson, his first goal of the season. In fact, maybe his first goal in the USHL, as I think I saw Trevor Conley go after the puck. But stepped out in front. Bartoskevich didn't have the stick on the ice, and he stuck it right through the 5-hole. Great individual effort there by Simpson. First power play goal of the game for Tri-City. They cut the lead to 1. Time of the goal, 5:48. Young wins the draw, but Tri-City gets control. Chipping it to the right wing corner, Blaise Savoy. Body to the boards by Pittner. Pop free of the scrum, Ronaldo off the window and out to center. Young has it taken away by Briere. He'll drop back into his own zone. Over to Keown. Pass ahead, broken up by Ronaldo. Sam steps in, toe drag shot. Corby made the save and pounces on the rebound. We'll have our media timeout. 13:39 left in the third. Youngstown leads 4-3. Listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Feeling dehydrated or sluggish? Did you enjoy your Phantoms game just a little too much? We can help you get back on track and hydrated in record time. With our vitamin-infused IV drips, we'll have you feeling healthy and energized so you can get back to your busy schedule. Whether you want to boost your immune system, increase your energy, or stay healthy through the winter months, we can help. Find us on Facebook or theyoungstowndrip.com and book your appointment today.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Side of the Gavelli Center, 13:39 left in the third. Tri-City has just cut the Phantoms lead in half. Power play goal for Cooper Simpson. 4-3 Youngstown. Shots on goal are 26-21. in favor of the Phantoms. Taking on Tri-City here in Youngstown for the first time since January 18th of 2020. Of course, that was back before we knew words like COVID, social distancing. Were we ever so young? Storm also one of 4 teams the Phantoms have a losing record against all time. Tri-City, or I guess Youngstown, 6-13-5 against Tri-City. Offensive zone draw for Youngstown. Phantoms will get control. Played to the middle looking for Young, broken up by the Storm. They'll carry ahead. Razi over to Nizimayev. His shot stopped by Bartoskevich. Rebound shoveled on the cage by Razi. And that's another save for Bartoskevich out to center for Guntz. He couldn't corral it as it rolled to Kinsman. He'll play it back out to the safety of center. He found Razi, bumped it off Nizimayev and played to the right wing corner. Nizimayev, body imp, Jack Wilson. Along the right half wall. As Rode chipped it free of the scrum, Young sent it to the far corner. Razi picked it off, tried to center and feed. That's broken up by Young as well, as Jack Wilson and Nizimayev are tied up behind the play. Is back down the ice. Grant Young denied a scoring chance. Up to the point, Machu over to Birchall, one-timer. Corpy with a big pad save. Up to the point, McLaughlin shot. Corpy makes another save. Machu, his shot wide of the net. And McLaughlin can't hustle over to the near boards to keep that one in the zone. Finn brought it to the red line, snapped it off the window, trickles behind the cage. As Charlie Serrato got away with a push in the back there. Youngstown with the steal. Kinsman, however, bodied his man up. Stolen by the Phantoms, however. Backhander on the cage by Botterill. Scooped up by Corpy, no rebound. Another score update from Rootstown. Mineral Ridge 17 and Rootstown 2. Field goal for Landon Powell. Safety for the Rootstown defense. Face-off to the left of Cameron Corpy. Charlie Serrato to take the draw for Youngstown. Still loose in the circle. Looked like Serrato had the win, but it's swept out the center by Tri-City. This could be an ice. They're going to wave it off, actually. DeHaro sweeps it around the wall to the far side. Serrato backhands it to center. Couldn't find Birchall. They'll battle in the officials' crease. Pops free to McLaughlin. D to DeHaro. Out for Botterill. Couldn't handle it. It rolls to Constance. Around the wall to Lukashevich. Up to Lacroix and out to center. They tried to play it ahead to Crandall. He beats out the icing whistle. DeHaro takes him out legally. Posthumous picks up the loose biscuit. Brings it to the left corner. Poked to the end wall by DeHaro. Not once but twice, but Crandall will have the puck for Tri-City. Crandall, cross point for Constance. Wrister off the bar. And into the meshing. Seth Constance. Inches from tying the game. 11:28 left in the third period, presented by Save Hold. Face off to the left of Owen Bartoskevich. Shots on goal for the game, 29-22 in favor of Youngstown. Clark to take the draw against Beckner. Clark wins the draw, but Simpson took it away from Osborne. Simpson turned and fired, missed the cage. And Patilla, big hit on Blaze Savoy as the puck is cleared. Phantoms maybe have a 2-on-1 if they hustle. Patilla down the right side. Patilla, toe drag shot. Corpy makes the save, he'll hold. Patilla just did not have a passing angle there for Kuzma Voronin. Unfortunately, could not pick the corner. We've seen Patilla be deadly here coming down that right side in the early part of the season as he has 8 goals, which leads Youngstown. Face off to the left of Corpy. Clark to take the draw. Face off warning on Youngstown. as Clark wins the draw, but Veronin couldn't get a piece of it, and it's lifted out to center by Tri-City. Bounces into the zone as two get tangled up, and Torrey Pittner is going to get called for interference against Trevor Conley. I don't know how you can make that call. They're both going for the puck, and their feet get tangled. See my intern Brendan shaking his head. Tri-City back to the power play. They scored on the last one. As Phantoms head coach Ryan Ward voices his displeasure. Clark to take the draw against Beckner. Top power play unit out for Tri-City. Loose in the circle, Storm get control. Rossi shovels it up to the point to Constance. Played over right side for Conley. Back to Constance. Over to Beckner. Top of the left circle. Fed down low for Simpson. Simpson trying to make a move in front. It's in the blue paint. It's between Bartoskevich's legs. He'll hang on. As Simpson gets dumped, Osborne's throwing some cross checks on Jake Rossi. And Thomas Machu's being sent off for shoving down Cooper Simpson. Christopher Rumble has lost control of this game. Phantoms have a minute 46 of 5-on-3 here to kill. I wouldn't be shocked if Anthony Noreen calls his timeout, as Tomas Machu is getting his second cross-checking minor of the game. Referee Christopher Rumble says, are you using your timeout or not? And it will be no. Tri-City gets their 5 back out onto the ice. Valley Center crowd voicing their displeasure with the officiating here this evening. Braden Clark, Jack Wilson, Charlie Lieberman, Owen Beckner, August Falloon, Trevor Conley, Jake Rossi. I think the 5th is Artemi Nizimeyev. It is Nizimeyev to Rossi. Top of the right circle to Conley. To Rossi, right circle, his one-timer blocked by Wilson to the end wall. Falloon got to it, then Beckner. Then Rossi. Between the circles for Conley, his shot high and wide of the cage. It settles down on the side of the net. And the referee will blow the whistle. 1:28 left on the 5-on-3. Phantom's going to keep the same trio. Face off to the left of Bartoskevich. Face off warning on Falloon. Clark wins it forward, but it's kept at the line by Conley, but then he bobbled the puck. It came out to center. He'll send it near side for Rossi. Jake carries across the blue line. Across the box in Nizimeyev, top of the left circle. Tried to feed it down low, blocked by Lieberman into the corner. Beckner got there first, fed it over to Falloon, right corner, to Rossi, right half wall. He'll bring it up to the blue line. To Conley, top of the right circle. Now Conley has it. Conley, back across to Rossi, right circle, minute left in the 5-on-3. Fed through the box, looking for Conley, didn't click. Lieberman got a stick on it, couldn't clear. As Lieberman shoves down Conley from behind, loose at the half wall. Clark hustling after it. Couldn't play it out of the zone, kept by Rossi. Back down the wall to Conley. Fed across to nobody. Nizimeyev will play it off the wall. 40 seconds left in the 5-on-3. To Conley. Right circle. Rossi fed it through the mouth of the blue paint on the one-timer. Nizimeyev to the puck. To Conley. Left circle. Fed across. One-timer. Broken stick by Falloon. It bounces to Clark. And Brayton sends it the length of the ice. Youngstown gets a fresh trio. On to our sheet of frozen water is Corpy with a quick up for Conley. 15 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Conley spins away from DeHaro. Conley. Shot missed the cage. To Smith. To Beckner, top of the right circle. To Smith, one-timer, mostly fanned on it. To Osborne, whaps it around the dasher, and down the ice. Out of the box comes Tori Pittner. 10 seconds left on the cross-checking call to Tomasz Maciu. Tri-City plays it into the zone. DeHaro's the first one to it. Around the window, kept by Lukashev, but out of the box comes Tomasz Maciu. The tree has been preserved. Nolan Rowe trying to feed it out in front. Comes to Constant, shot blocked. Osborne backhands it up the far wall, bounce to Burchill. Kept by Lacroix, but then Patilla played it out to center. To Constance, he'll rip it in past Bartoskevich. Kept by Lacroix, jumped on by Osborne. Played down into the corner, looking for Smith. Osborne got there first. Taken away from him, down low by Rowe. Into the circle for Lacroix, his one-timer wide of the cage. Osborne to the rebound. Luke off of Burchill, played it to Gunty, and out to center. Ronaldo poked it past his man, it came back to Miles. Miles Gunty spins in the left circle, looks for the trailer. His pass was redirected to the end wall. Ronaldo got a hold of it, sent it up to the right point for Maciu. Maciu with the shot redirected wide by Gunty. Constance had his stick tied up, couldn't play it as Ronaldo pokes it behind the cage, but Lukashevich pitchforks it over to Smith, and he'll lift it out to center. In fact, he'll lift it over the glass now to play. 7:42 left in this third period. Media timeout, 7:42 left in the third. Phantoms lead 4-3. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Good evening, passengers. Welcome aboard our flight. This mobile cell phone should be switched on and put into flashlight mode. May we ask for your attention while our captain demonstrates the safety features on this flight. Please raise both hands up in the sky. From the left to the right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
Back inside the Gavelli Center, 7:42 left in the third. Phantoms lead 4-3, offensive zone faceoff. But Tri-City gets the win, played out to center by the Storm, and into the zone they come. Posthumous making a move toward the cage and bobbled off his stick before he could get the shot away. Behind the net, Nizimayev tangled up with Brecken Smith. Nizimayev turns and shoots off the tip of the glove of Bartoskevich and wide as Connor DeHaro slashes the stick out of the hands of Cambriere, and Youngstown will head back to the power play. There were 12 penalties in the game, or I guess 12 power plays in the game between these two teams back on September the 20th. And here we head to our 15th power play. Tri-City with 8, Youngstown with 7. The Storm are 1 for 7, Youngstown is 3 for 7. As that one, absolutely a penalty on Connor DeHaro. Face off to the right of Bartoskevich. Beckner to take the draw against Clark. And Beckner gets the win, up to the point for Constance. Beckner, down low to Simpson. Back to Beckner at the left half. Center point, Constance, Conley. Shot past Arazi in the corner. Jake with a wrister, blocked by Burchill. Pittner whacks it over to the near wall. Conley played it up to the point. Now over for Beckner, his shot wide of the cage. Don't know if Bartoskevich ever saw it. Now Burchill Gets to a loose puck and chips it out to center. Brayden Clark trying to skate into it. Poked off his stick into the corner by Seth Constance. Then played away from him by Beckner. He'll carry ahead. Brought it to the line, sent it in. Bartoskevich stops it behind the cage. Sends it around the dasher. Stopped by Conley at the half wall. To Rossi behind the cage. A little start-stop. Then back to Conley. Up to Lukashevich. His low shot right to the belly of Bartoskevich. No rebound. .105 left in the Adams Tree Preservation penalty kill. Tri-City gets another face-off win. Road, top of the left circle. Center point, Lukashevich. Over to Nizimayev. His pass knocked away by Patilla. Comes to the near wall. Road, up to the point for Lukashevich. Over to Nizimayev. Back to Lukashevich. Low shot. Blocker saved by Bartoskevich. Road into the corner for Smith. Up to the point for Lukashevich. To Nizimayev. Behind him to Lukashevich. To Road. Took a shot blocked by the knee of Tomasz Maciu. 30 seconds left on the kill. Road. Side of the net for Smith. Tried to pass it behind him. Blocked by Maciu. Can't clear though. Nizimayev bouncing puck into the feet of Maciu. Plays it off the wall. Skate to stick for Road. Left corner. Up to the point for Lukashevich. Over to Road. Low shot kicked out by Bartoskevich. Rebound over to the far wall. Smith couldn't get there in time. Lukashevich. Across the top of the circles. 5 seconds left on the slashing call to Connor DeHaro. Fed through the box. Redirected into the meshing by Tomasz Maciu. Out of the box comes Connor DeHaro. Congratulations to the Mineral Ridge Rams on their second round playoff win. 17-9 over the Rootstown Rovers. They will take on the winner of Mogador and Pie Valley. Last look, Mogador was winning. Actually looks like a final from Mogador, 29-8. Face-off won by Tri-City, but Breyer's one-timer is blocked. Blaze Savoy, the defenseman, in on the play. To Crandall in the left corner, bumped off the puck by McLaughlin. Crandall, however, poked at it, got it to Lacroix behind the cage. 5 minutes left in regulation. Youngstown leads by a goal. Crandall tried to center, stolen away by Miles Gunty, and he's just going to ice the puck. Don't know if this has enough steam on it for icing. No, it doesn't. Died just before the line. Blaze Savoy had to play it away from Ronaldo. Sent to Crandall and across to Briere. Couldn't dance through McLaughlin. Great defensive work there by Finn. Puck to Burchell. Mikey spins at the line. Still with it. Head to Ronaldo, who redirects it into the zone. Took the hit to make the play. As Corpy sets it up. Storm break it as far as center, but Botter will touch it back into the zone, and off of Charlie Serrato offside are the Youngstown Phantoms. Face off in the neutral zone just outside the Youngstown blue. Serrato won it. Burchell played it in the zone, but right to a Tri-City stick. Storm able to force it back out to center. Came to Pittner. Chipped ahead looking for Serrato, but didn't have his stick. And the Storm will play it down into the Youngstown zone. Connolly battling against Osborne for it in the left corner. Rossi got it free, played it up to the point for Lukashevich. Down the left wall, danced around Burchell. To Conley. Across for Rossi, couldn't fire the one-timer. He would have had a mostly open net. In the right corner, Conley battling against Osborne. 3:45 left in the third. Youngstown leads by a goal. Phantoms able to get it to the neutral zone. Sent right back in by Lukashevich. Tri-City to the line change. Comes to the right corner for Osborne. Played up off the skate of Botterill and out to center. Conley retreats from the red line. Floats to Rossi, back at that red line. Poked off of his twig by Burchell. Poked ahead by Patilla. Checked that's Veronin, but he couldn't give it back on the give and go. Patilla might have had a good look at the net there. Came back to Wilson at his own line. Did a D over to Machu, far side. Machi brought it to the red line and sent it to the right corner. Played away from Clark, but Veronin will steal it in the right corner. Trying to fight through the check of Kinsman. Comes through to Braden Clark. As Clark got punched right in the face. But play continues. Into the zone comes Tri-City. Patilla pokes into the right corner away from Smith. Saloon had it pop out in front. Looking for Nizimayev. Spins away from Veronin. Nizimayev, right circle. Toe drag, tried to make the shot as it's loose in the blue paint. Still loose there. And blowing the whistle is Christopher Rumble. As hopefully this is Bartoskevich on top of this puck. Trying to show that, hey, my blocker's on top of it and it's not my defenseman. Defender covers the puck in the blue paint. It's a penalty shot. Christopher Rumble trying to clear the bodies out of the blue paint. 2:35 left in regulation. Youngstown leads by a goal. I believe right now the Braden Clark redirect is what has the Phantoms ahead. Shots on goal are 30-29 in favor of Youngstown. As Tri-City has cut that margin a little bit here in the third period. As I bumped the wrong button. Hope you all enjoyed that little ditty. Face off in the neutral zone as the Tri-City defenders came down below the top of the circle on the puck freeze. Braden Clark to take the neutral zone draw against Smith, and he won it, but some sort of face-off violation there. In fact, they're going to say a face-off violation on Tri-City. Patilla had it in his skates, couldn't play it. It comes to Torrey Pittner. Skates it to the red line, plays it to the end wall. Constance picks it up, sends it to the line. Falloon chips it to center. Osborne backtracking, sent it back out toward the red line, but hit the skates of Falloon, came to Patilla, back to Osborne. To Pittner, brought it to the officials' crease, chipped it in on Cameron Corpy, played it away to Constance. Fired ahead looking for Briere, could be icing, it is, as Machu got the inside track there on Cam Briere. 2:04 left in this third period. We have to keep an eye on Cameron Corpy. Face off to the right of Corpy. Timeout, Tri-City will take it with them. Back in 30 here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Just like the Phantoms, HBK CPAs and consultants know every successful team needs a winning game plan. Count on the professionals at HBK CPAs and consultants, HBK's wealth advisors, and HBK valuation and litigation support for all of your personal and business tax, audit, assurance, financial planning, business consulting, and wealth management needs. For more than 65 years, the HBK family of firms have been advising thousands of clients on how to grow and protect their wealth. Contact them today so they can help you and your team do the same. Call 758-8613 or visit hbkcpa.com to learn how.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Inside the Gravelli Center, 2:04 left in the third. Youngstown leads by a goal. Tri-City just iced the puck and then used their timeout. Have to wonder about that one by Anthony Noreen. Didn't think that unit had been out there for too long. You know, normally you take the timeout when you're trailing and the puck's in your offensive zone, so that you can get the goaltender off easily. Marine's going to send out the top line. The Beckner unit. Trevor Conley. Looks like maybe Nolan Road over there as well. As the faceoff is won by Charlie Serrato. Fed in front to Burchell. He scores! I'm going to dance a two-step in Toledo. Mikey Burchell, his second goal of the game, gives Youngstown a 5-3 lead. Time of the goal, 18 minutes. What a play by the Youngstown Phantoms. As Botterill poked it in front to Burchell after the face-off win. And Burchell gets his second of the game. See if we can get Serrato an assist on that one as well, as here Tri-City plays it into the Youngstown zone. Thinking about heading to the bench was Cameron Corpy, then saw that Jack Wilson had the puck and then stayed. Puck it in the neutral zone. Conley drops it back as Cameron Corpy is on the bench. Nizimayev between the circles, shot blocker saved by Bartoskevich. Up to the point for Constance, to Beckner. Fed to Nizimayev, back to Beckner, left corner. Back up to the point for Constance. Cross point, over to Conley. Dances away from Patilla, feeds it across. Hit a phantom stick and bounced the end wall to Rossi. Back to Conley behind the cage. Fed in front, man, right at the edge of the blue paint. Bartoskevich strong on the goal line, he'll cover the puck. .59 left in the third. Net is empty. Face off to the left of Bartoskevich. Controlled by the Storm. Constance behind the cage to Nizimayev. Back behind the net for Rossi. Tried to feed it to a crashing Conley, was broken up. Did make its way to Conley, 45 seconds left in regulation. Conley with the turnover to Ramos, to the red line, to the empty net, he scores! Hunter Ramos puts this one on ice. With goal number 3 on the season. Time of the goal, 19:22. And Youngstown could put this one in the win column. Corpy back into the net for Tri-City. Ronaldo to take the draw against Posthumous. 38.7 left in regulation. Ronaldo got the win. Played back out to center, right to the stick of Keown. Sorry, Cohane. Got my syllables mixed up. Cohane, backhands out to center, off the stick of Crandall, rolls to DeHaro. Connor bumps it ahead for Miles Gunty. Miles into the zone down the left side. Long distance shot missed the cage, as well as the glove of Corpy. Bump back behind the cage, 2 Miles, fed in front for Chua, tried to redirect it home for his first USHL goal, and was denied by Corpy. 5 seconds left in regulation. Phantoms play it to left wing corner. DeHaro and Crandall will collide, and that will do it. Your final score here tonight, Youngstown 6 and Tri-City 3. Final shots on goal, 32-29 in favor of the Youngstown Phantoms. Phantoms with 10 shots in the third period. Tri-City with 13. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a 4-minute timeout. And when we come back, we'll have the post-game show here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a...
Johnny Gaudreau. and Tori Kruger were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey. 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to waste. You need Craigos Restoration, your trusted partner in restoring your home. From water damage and flood restoration to sewage cleanup, we've got you covered. And that's not all. We also offer pressure washing, mold remediation, and even interior demolition. Certified in flood and sewage damage restoration, we're the experts you can count on. Call Craigos Restoration today at 330-610-4193. 330-610-4193. Craigos Restoration, where your home's recovery begins.
The DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is proud to be the official hotel partner of the Youngstown Phantoms. Located in downtown's historical standby building and fully updated with today's amenities while preserving its historical charm and neoclassical architecture of 1907. Offering modern conveniences such as on-site room service, free Wi-Fi, complimentary business center, and a 24-hour fitness center. Events are also memorable with over 5,000 square feet of meeting space, including our top floor ballroom accented by 13-foot ceilings, Palladian windows, and views from 12 stories up. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater, Youngstown State University, Oh Wow Science Center, and Dior Performing Arts Center, the DoubleTree by Hilton Youngstown Downtown is a proud partner of the Youngstown Phantoms and invites you to be our valued guest. Buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Show off your Youngstown pride by sporting the latest in Phantoms gear. Don't know where to get it? Head over to youngstownphantoms.com and click on the Team Shop link for the latest in jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Let everyone know that you're the biggest Phantoms fan around. And be sure to stop by the Dunkin' Donuts Team Shop next time you're at the Cavelli Center. Head to youngstownphantoms.com and visit the Team Shop today.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the postgame show. Your final score here tonight, Youngstown 6 and Tri-City 3. As I believe actually every period Youngstown outscored the Storm 2-1. Final shots on goal were 32-29 in favor of the Phantoms. Tri-City outshot Youngstown 13-10 in the third period. Tri-City got the opening goal of the game. Cameron Briere, 153 in, his fourth of the season. Ryan Smith and Charlie Kinsman with the assists. Phantoms tied it at 9:48. A shorthanded steal and score by Mikey Burchell. his 5th goal of the season. And then Youngstown took a 2-1 lead at 17:49. Braden Clark, a power play goal, his 3rd goal of the season. Finn McLaughlin and Mikey Burchell with the assist, 2-1 Phantoms at the end of the first period. Tri-City got the opening goal of the second at 6:48 was August Falloon, an unassisted shorthanded goal, a beautiful individual effort by Falloon. His 8th goal of the season. We're knotted at 2. They've changed the scoring on the 3rd Phantoms goal. It's gone to Finn McLaughlin. Now, it was originally credited to Braden Clark, so Finn McLaughlin with the power play goal, Mikey Burchell and Charlie Serrato with the assists. Phantoms would retake the lead at 3-2. Ryan Botterill, his 6th of the season at 17:21. That stands as our game winner. Jack Wilson and Torrey Pittner with the assists on that power play goal for Youngstown. At 5:48, Cooper Simpson fires home a power play goal, stepped out in front and jammed one between the pads of Owen Bartoskevich. Again, Cooper Simpson's first goal in the USHL. Jake Rossi and Owen Beckner with the assists. Phantoms led 4-3 at the 18-minute mark. Phantoms run a pretty play off a face-off win, and Mikey Burchell is the beneficiary with his 2nd goal of the game, 6th of the season. Assists go to Ryan Botterill and Charlie Serrato. Youngstown leads 5-3. Tri-City puts Cameron Corpy on the bench for the extra attacker, but Hunter Ramos scores on the empty net for Hunter, his 3rd goal of the season. They have the assist to Torrey Pittner and Owen Bartoskevich. Goalie point alert as Youngstown would get this 6-3 win. Bartoskevich gets the win, his 7th of the season. He stopped 26 out of 29. Cameron Corpy takes the loss. He stops 26 out of 31. Tri-City power play was 1 for 8. Youngstown power play 3 for 7. 3 stars of the game. 3rd star goes to Ryan Botterill with a goal and 2 assists. 2nd star goes to Finn McLaughlin with a goal and an assist. And the 1st star of the game with 2 goals and 2 assists goes to Mikey Burchell. Well, this was a beauty of a hockey game, and these 2 teams will do it again tomorrow night here at the Covelli Center. Military Appreciation Night for Youngstown. They'll be wearing specialty jerseys that will be auctioned off after the game. All proceeds going to a military charity here in the Mahoning Valley area. Great seats still available for that game. You can call the Phantoms box office for tickets and more information. 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825. For my engineer back at Studio Central, Dave Ferris, my interns, Brendan and Selena, keeping things up to date on social media. I'm Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Thank you for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score, Youngstown 6 and Tri-City 3. We will catch you here tomorrow night at the Covelli Center. Sound out. Fade to black.
Thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren.